ಇದು ಓಕೆ ನನ್ನ ಚಾಟ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ. Good morning, everyone. Check if I'm audible. Check if the audio and video are clear. Please confirm quickly. Yeah, guys, how is your preparations going? Have you prepared? Any exam fear? How many of you already watched the marathon videos? Completed watching marathon? Twenty-three hours marathon video. Watched? You have watched. You are well prepared. I can promise you that. Just that you need practice. You need to solve a lot of questions. So why the two sessions we are doing? One session yesterday and today one session. So 400 questions. So along with that, I'll be giving you one more video where 200 extra questions are there. So already that video has been published, 200 important questions video in our YouTube channel. You can actually watch it. So you will have around 600 questions to practice, all right, with whatever marathon video, whatever the concept that I've discussed in the marathon, right? That's more than sufficient for your examination, all right? Yeah, shall we start? Great. Yes, guys, let's begin with these 200 questions that we are going to solve today. Look at the first question. Look at the first question. The value of p plus q divided by p minus q if p by q is equal to 7. Guys, p by q is equal to 7. Can I write p by q as 7 by 1? So whenever ratio is given, ratio itself is asked, you can always plug in the value of p as 7, q value as 1. So, since In place of p, we have 7. In place of q, we have 1. No need to take 7x and 1x. You can plug in p value as 7, q value as 1. So we need to find the value of p plus q divided by p minus q. 7 plus 1 is 8. 7 minus 1 is 6. So it is 4 by 3. Option B is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. 2 power x plus y is equal to 2 power x minus y is equal to root of 8. Guys, look at this. 2 power x plus y equal to 2 power x minus y. I told you yesterday, for indices, whenever the numbers are with the powers, always make sure that the number at the base should be a prime number, should be expressed in the form of a prime number. 8 is not a prime number. 8 is 2 cube, isn't it? And root is nothing but power 1 by 2. So 3 into 1 by 2 is 3 by 2. Now what we need to do is, bases are same, we can equate the power. So x plus y is equal to 3 by 2, even x minus y is equal to 3 by 2. We just have to solve for x and y. If you look at, if I add these two equations, y and y will get cancelled. So 2x is equal to 3 by 2 plus 3 by 2, which is nothing but 3. So x is equal to 3 by 2. Guys, if you look at the option, nowhere x value is shown up as 3 by 2. So if x is equal to 3 by 2, y should be definitely 0. Then only 3 by 2 plus 0 is 3 by 2, and 3 by 2 minus 0 is 3 by 2. So y should be 0, x should be 3 by 2. That means none of this is the right answer. Hope it is clear, right? Moving on to the next question. We need to find the three roots for this cubic equation. So guys, we have solved questions like this yesterday. So cubic equations, how do you find the roots? Find the sum of the roots first of all. What's the sum of the roots for a cubic equation? Minus b by a. Here the value of b is minus 3. Minus of minus 3 is plus 3. The value of a is coefficient of x cube, which is nothing but 1. So sum of the roots is 3, and the product of the roots is minus d by a. D value over here is 12. So minus 12 divided by 1. The product is minus 12. So you have to hit the option in such a way that the sum of the three roots should give you what? 3, and the product must give you what? Minus 12. So which option? If I hit first option, so if I add these three, minus 2 plus 2 will get cancelled, and plus 3. So sum gets satisfied. And the product, one of the root is negative. Definitely the product is going to be negative only. 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12. So minus 12 only you get. So option A is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. Alpha and beta are the roots of the equation x square minus 8x plus 12 equal to 0. Then 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. Guys, is this equation factorizable? Is this equation factorizable? Does it look like factorizable? If you take the product, 12 into 1 is 12. Now tell me the two factors, minus 6 and minus 2. If I add these two, I get the middle term minus 8. If I multiply these two, I get the product 12. So these are the factors. Obviously the roots are going to be 6 and 2. Yes or no? The roots are 6 and 2. Now it's 1 by 6 plus 1 by 2. So take your calculator. 1 divided by 6, m plus 1 divided by 6 m plus 1 divided by 2 m plus mrc, that fetches you 0.6666. So which option? Option A is the right answer. Is this clear? So let's now move on to the next question. The roots of the equation x square minus 7x plus 10 equal to 0 are. Guys, first of all, what you guys have to do, you have to plug in the values for x. Option hitting you have to do. Whichever option satisfies, that's the right answer. And first of all, look at whether it is factorizable. 10 into 1 is 10. Now tell me the two factors by adding which you get minus 7. It is definitely minus 5 and minus 2. By multiplying these two, you get what? 10. So these are the factors. Definitely the roots are going to be 5 and 2. So option B. You need not hit the option. You can just factorize and find the root straight away. So option hitting may take an extra bit of time. You understood? Moving on to the next question, given that log 2 to the base 10 is equal to x, log 3 to the base 10 is equal to y, the value of log 120 to the base 10 is what we need to find. Now what you need to basically do is log 120 must be expressed in the form of 2 and 3. So how do I do it? So 120 is 4 into 3 into 10. Yes or no? 4 3s are 12. So 12 into 10 is 120, but 4 into 3 into 10 it is. But 4 can be written as 2 square into 3. This is 12 into 10 to the base 10. So we have to express 120 in the form of 2 and 3s. Now, you know the fact that the product becomes what? Sum. So the first term, log 2 square to the base 10 plus log 3 to the base 10 plus log 10 to the base 10. Now, the power associated within the log becomes a multiplier. It is 2 log 2 to the base 10 plus log 3 to the base 10 plus log 10 to the base 10 is what? It is 1. Now, what is it? Log 2 to the base 10 is what? Log 2 to the base 10 is x. Log 3 to the base 10 is what? Y plus 1. So, it is 2x plus y plus 1, and option B is the right answer. Have you all understood? Moving on to the next question. Question number 7. Four numbers 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 5, 1 by x are in proportion, then the value of x. Guys, I gave you a basic that whenever A, B, C, D are in proportion, then the reciprocals are also in proportion. Yes or no? So 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 5, 1 by x are in proportion. Definitely 2, 3, 5, x are also in proportion. If they are in proportion, what's the condition? Product of the uh, extremes is equal to product of means. 3 into 5 is 15. So x is equal to 15 by 2. That means option C is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question. X is equal to 2 plus root 3. Y is equal to 2 minus root 3. We need to find the value of x square plus y square. First of all, find the value of x. Guys, how do I find the value of x whenever there's a root associated? Straight away in the calculator. 2 plus type 3. 3 has got a root. Press the root. Now, x has to be squared. So, press into, press equal. Now, store this value by pressing m plus. So, you get 13.92. Now, y square. What is y? 2 minus root 3. For root 3, what to do? First of all, type 2 minus, then type 3, press the root. 2 minus root 3 is done. Now, we have to square it because it is y square. How do you square it? Into equal. Now, look at that. It is positive. So, how do I store it? M plus, then MRC. You get 13.999. That means it is 14. Is this clear? Is this clear? So, once again, the calculation. First of all, type 2 plus type 3, press the root. Now this is x value, I have to square it. Into equal you do. Now this value x square has to be stored, press m plus. Now for y, type 2 first, minus 3, then the root, then y has to be squared into equal, then store it by pressing m plus, then MRC 13.999, that means it is 14. Look at the next question. If the ratio of the roots of the equation x square minus 6x plus p is equal to 0 is 1 is to 2. Guys, I gave you a shortcut. Whenever the ratio of the roots is given, the shortcut that you have to do is alpha into beta into b square is equal to alpha plus beta the whole square into AC. This is what the shortcut, the one liner I have given you whenever the ratio of the roots is given. So alpha is 1 and beta is 2. So 1 into 2 is 2. And what is b value here? Minus 6. Minus 6 the whole square is 36. Alpha plus beta is 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 the square is 9. What is a value here? A value is 4. And the value of C here is P. Now look at this, 9 4s are 36. So 36 will cancel with 36 and the value of P is equal to 2. Option B is the right answer. Moving on to the next question, the ratio of number of boys and number of girls in a school is found to be 15 is to 32. 15 is to 32. How many boys and equal number of girls should be added to bring the ratio 2 is to 3 or 2 by 3? First of all, assuming the ratio of ratio of boys is given as 15 is to 32. Let us assume boys as 15, girls as 32. It could be 15 into 2 and 32 into 2 also. We never know. So first we shall assume 15 and 32. Uh, so what they have said, how many equal number of boys and girls must be added? That means if I add x number of boys, I must add x number of girls. So that the ratio becomes what? 2 by 3. Now what you do, hit the options. If I hit the first option 19, first of all solve the denominator. 32 plus 19, store it by pressing m plus. Now numerator 15 plus 19 divided by MRC, press equal. It is 0.666. 2 by 3 is also 0.666. Option A satisfies. Option A is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. If 2x plus 5 greater than 3x plus 2 and 2x minus 3 less than or equal to 4x minus 5, then x takes which of the following values? Just solve these two inequalities. First of all, 2x is taken to the right side, becomes minus 2x. 3x minus 2x is x. And 2 comes this side. 5 minus 2 is 3. So 3 greater than x means x is less than 3. So this is the first inequality. The second inequality, combine x terms together. Let me send this 2x here. 4x minus 2x is plus 2x. Minus 5 becomes plus 5 on the left hand side. 5 minus 3 is 2. So 2 cancels. It is less than or equal to. So 1 less than or equal to x. That means x greater than or equal to 1. So x should be less than 3 and x should be more than or equal to 1. What are the possible values? Can be 1, can be 2. That's it. Correct? Can be 1, can be 2. That is what satisfy these two. So among the given option, it is option C. Have you understood? Guys, moving on to the next question. Solve for x of the inequalities where x belongs to natural numbers. Guys, let us first of all hit the smallest number 3. 3 threes are 9. 9 minus 2 is 7. 7 divided by 5. 7 divided by 5 is what? It's less than 2. Yes or no? 7 divided by 5 is 1 by 1.4. 2 less than or equal to 1.4. Definitely it doesn't satisfy. Let us hit 4 now. Let us hit 4. So 3 fours are 12. 12 minus 2 is 10. 10 divided by 5 is 2. So 2 less than or equal to 2, less than or equal to 4, definitely it satisfies. So 4 will satisfy. How about 5? Let us hit even 5. If I hit 5, 3 5s are 15, 15 minus 2 is 13. 13 divided by 5 gives us 2.6. So 2 less than or equal to 2.6, less than or equal to 4, even this inequality satisfies. How about 6? If I hit 6, 3 6 are 18. 18 minus 2 is 16. 16 by 5. 16 divided by 5 gives us 3.2. 2 less than or equal to 3.2, less than or equal to 4. Even this inequality satisfies. Now moving on to the next value, that is even 7. Suppose if I hit option D, even 7 is there. 3 sevens are 21. 21 minus 2 divided by how much? 5. It is 3.8. 2 less than or equal to 3.8, less than or equal to 4. Even the 7 also satisfies. Therefore, option D is the right answer. 4, 5, 6, 7, all the 4 values will satisfy. So option D is the right answer. Moving on to the next question, the amount charged for defined length of time for uses of principal generally on the basis of year. On the basis of year means per annum, so it is definitely the rate of interest. The sum required to earn a monthly interest of 1200 at 18% per annum interest is. It's one of the ICAI exercise questions. So monthly interest is 1200. So SI for 1 year is 1200 into 12, because per 1 month it is 1200. For 1 year it is gonna be how much? 1200 into 12, that gives you 14,400. 14,400. Now you know SI formula, it's PTR percentage. It is PTR percentage. Now, first of all, what you do, you have to find out, see, you have to plug in this T value, which is 1 year, R value, which is 18%, and we can find out P by sending TR percentage on the LHS, because we know SI for 1 year is 14,400. Take your calculator, just do T into R percent. T is 1 into R percent is 18, press a percentage. How do I shift it to the other side? Divide equal, and then multiply with press into, multiply with what? 14,400. That fetches us 80,000. 79,999.99 you get. So obviously P is 80,000. Option C is the right answer. Is this clear, everybody? Moving on to the next question. Sachin deposited 1 lakh in his bank for 2 years at simple interest 6% per annum. How much interest would he earn? So obviously PTR percentage is what I should use. So P is 1 lakh. Type 1 lakh. P is 1 lakh into time is 2 years into rate of interest how much here? 6%. Type 6, press a percentage. That fetches us 12,000 rupees. Now what is the amount? They also asked us how much final value of deposit. That means amount, it's P plus SI. Whatever SI we have got, add P to it plus 1 lakh. That fetches us 1 lakh 12,000. 1 lakh 12,000. So option D is the right answer. Moving on to the next question, the ratio of principal and compound interest value for 3 years is 216 is to 127. So what do you understand by ratio of principal by compound interest? It is P by CI, which is 216 by 127. Now, what is CI formula? P into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 is equal to 216 by 127. First of all, find out what is 216 by 127. 216 divided by 127, that fetches as 1.7 approx, right? 1.7007. So let me write 1.70. Now, PP will get cancelled. So we just have to find the value of what? P over here. So how do I find the value of P? Just plug in the options. So if I hit the first option, 1 plus, what is I? 0.1777. How many years it is? 3 years. Press into equal to twice, then minus 1. How do I take it up? Divide equal. I get 1.57. It is not 1.7. So option A doesn't satisfy. How about option B? 1 plus 0.1567, press into equal to twice, minus 1. Now how do you take it up? Divide equal. You get 1.82. Even option B doesn't satisfy. How about option C now? How about option C? Option C is 0.1666. So 1 plus 0.1666, press into equal to twice, minus 1. Then take it up, divide equal. That fetches you 1.70 exactly. So option C is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. The compound interest on, the wording is missing, the compound interest on rupees 8,000 on whatever it is always the principal in 6 months, for 6 months at 12% per annum compounded quarterly. Quarterly means 12% becomes 1/4 of 12%, which is 3%. 12 by 4 gives you how much? 3%. Now, what is yen? 1 quarter is 3 months. So obviously, in 6 months, how many compoundings will happen? Two compoundings will happen. Have you understood? One compounding is 3 months because it is quarterly. So obviously, in 6 months, two compoundings will happen. So now CI formula is P into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1. Take your calculator. 1 plus, what is I value? 3, press a percentage, press into and equal to only once because the power is 2, minus 1 into principal is 8,000. That fetches us 487.2. Option A is the right answer. Moving on to the next question, the annual birth and death rate per 1000 are 39.4, 39.4 and 19.4 respectively. The birth rate and the death rate are given. The number of years in which the population will be doubled. What do you understand by population will be doubled? So please understand, population is doubled means amount is 2 times the principal, and you can actually write K. K is equal to 100%. K is total increase in the population. So if the population doubles, definitely increase in the population is by 100%. So I told you, when you know total increase in population or total increase in sum of money that you invest, so you can always make use of this shortcut. 1 plus k percent is equal to 1 plus I percent. I discussed this yesterday. Whole power what? N. Now, I don't know what is I, but I know what is k. So take your calculator. 1 plus 100% gives us 2. So 1 plus I percent. So to find out I, what do I do? I is nothing but the growth rate that actually considers what? Birth rate and death rate. Birth rate is 39.4 and death rate is 19.4. So how do I find the growth rate? 39.4 minus 19.4 divided by, out of 1000 it is. So the result that you get over here is 0.02. So 1 plus 0.02, I need not press a percentage here because it is a decimal value only. Had it been a percentage, then 1 plus that the value, press a percentage. Since it is decimal value straight away, so it is 1.02. 1 plus 0.02 is 1.02 power n. Now all that you need to do is feed this 1.02 in your calculator, press into, keep pressing equal until you get 2. Keep pressing equal until you get 2. So minimum number that you have is 25. That means the counter number is 26. It is showing 1.64. Definitely it's not 25. Keep on pressing equal. For 30 you see 1.81. Even it is not the right answer. For 35 is the next option. Counter number should be 36. So 1.999 we are getting. That means it is 35 years is the right answer. It's one of the ICA exercise questions, and also it is what? One of the solved questions in the class, right? The simple interest on the sum of money at 6% per annum for 7 years is equal to twice the simple interest. Guys, there are two simple interests over here. The first SI is 2 times the SI in the second case. So what is the first SI? They are asking the ratio will be, it's not a ratio of principles will be, ratio of principles will be. Guys, that we need to find P1 is to P2. So for SI1, it's P1 T1 R1% is equal to 2 times P2 T2 R2%. P1 and P2 we don't know, we have to compute that. So T1 R1%, T1 is 7 years, R1 is 6%. So 7 into 6%, that fetches you 0.42 times P1. Now what is T2 into R2%? T2 is what? T2 is 9 and R2 is 5%. So 9 into 5%, 0.45. Also you have to multiply with 2. So into 2 you get 0.9 times P2. Since you are asked to find the ratio of the two principal, it is P1 by P2. So 0.9, 0.42 gets divided. 0.9 divided by 0.42, that fetches as 2.1428. Which option is the right answer? So it is clearly 15 is to 7. Is 2 is missing. 15 is to 7. You divide 15 by 7 and see what is the result. 2.1428 only. So option C is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question. The nominal rate of 9.9% per annum is given. The interest is compounded monthly. What is it for per month? 9.9 divided by 12 we should do, which is 9.9. 9.9 divided by 12, that gives us 0.825. Still it is a percentage because it is 9.9%. It's still a percentage. Now what is n? It is 12 into number of years should be taken as 1 if not mentioned. So ERI is basically 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 into 100. So take your calculator, type 1 plus what is I? 0.825%. Press into, see for power 12, you can actually write 3 into 4. First raise the power to 3, that means equal to twice. Press into again for power 4 equal to 3 times, 1, 2, 3. Then do minus 1 into what? 100. So the result is 10.36%. The nearest answer is option A, 10.35%. Next question. Guys, we have solved this question yesterday. Once again, we will solve it. The population of a town increases by 2% of the 2% of the population at the beginning of the year. The number of years by which the total increase of population would be 40%. Whenever total increase is given, that is what k it is. So I is 2%. So 1 plus k percent is equal to 1 plus I percent power n. This is the one-liner you can use whenever you know the total increase in the population. So 1 plus k percent means 1 plus 40%, which is 1.4. 1 plus 2% is 1 plus 2% gives you 1.02. Raise the power to n. Type 1.02, press into, keep on pressing equal until you get what? 1.4. So you get it for counter number what? 18. That means actual power is 17. So whatever the counter number, the actual power is 1 less than the counter number. So option C is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. A stock pays annually an amount of rupees 10 from 6th year onwards. From which year onwards? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So from here onwards, it starts giving a yearly payment of 10 rupees. What is the present value of this perpetuity? So what is PV of perpetuity first of all? PV of perpetuity is R by I. So what is the receipt amount? 10. And what is I? 20%. So take your calculator, 10 divided by 20%, which gives you 50. But they're asking us to find the present value. So you have to refer this to what? Present. So how many year gap is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-year gap is there. Yes or no? 5-year gap. So you have to basically refer it to the present. So obviously, relationship between future value and present value. Future value is present value into 1 plus I whole power n. See, obviously this becomes what? Future. So we have to refer it to 0. So obviously, see, had it been a normal perpetuity, you have to invest over here. You start getting from the end of first year, right? Since you're getting from the beginning of the 6th year, I mean 6th year onwards. So obviously we have to refer it to this, correct? So that is what is the present value. So that means there's a 5-year gap. So type 1 plus I. What is I? 1 plus how much percent? 6%, no, 20%. 1 plus 20%. raise the power to 5, press into equal to 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then present value we need to find. So shift it to the other side, divide equal, because present value we don't know, into future value. So 50 becomes a future value actually. So that gives you 20.09. The nearest answer is 20.1. Have you understood? Everybody, say yes or no? Moving on to the next question. Moving on to the next question. A sum of money invested in compounded interest doubles itself in 4 years. As per compound interest, one amount is double, the other amount is 32 times. Whenever two amounts in terms of principal is given as per CI, so shortcut to find AN2, the time taken for the second amount, it is power of prime number, power of prime in second amount, A2, divided by power of prime number in first amount into n1. So tell me, first of all, first amount is double, that means 2. 2 itself is a prime number. What's the power of 2? 1. 2 power. So 2 is the amount actually, 2 times is the amount. 2 power 1. So power of prime number in the first amount is 1. So denominator I got. Second amount is 32. Is 32 a prime number? No. So how do I write? It's 2 power 5. If you don't know, type 2, press into, keep on pressing equal until you get 32. Counter number is 6. Actual power is 5. So it is 5 over here into what is n1, time taken for the first amount, n1 is 4, 5 4s are 20, therefore option C is the right answer. Have you understood? Moving on to the next question, 24th. Sinking fund factor is a reciprocal of dash. Sinking fund factor is reciprocal of future value of interest factor. I have discussed this in the regular class, even in the marathon class, because sinking fund is basically what's the formula for sinking fund? Sinking fund formula, future value of AR is equal to A into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 divided by I. So what is future value of interest factor? This is future value of FV of interest factor. In this formula, which one is sinking fund? A is only sinking fund. A is only sinking fund. So if future value of interest factor increases, sinking fund has to decrease. They are reciprocal to each other. Therefore, option C, future value of interest factor of annuity. 25th question, if the nominal rate of growth is 17%, inflation is 9% for 5 years, let P be the gross domestic product amount at the present year, then the projected real GDP after 6 years. So what is real GDP? Basically, real interest we have to take. First of all, what is real rate? It is the nominal minus inflation rate. Nominal minus inflation. Nominal rate is 17, inflation rate is 9. So 17 minus 9, that gives you 8%. So real rate is a real rate of interest is 8%. Now we need to find real GDP. So real GDP after how many years? 6 years. So A is what we need to find. So P into 1 plus I whole power n. N is nothing but 6 here, and I is nothing but 8%. So why we are taking I as 8%? Since they're asking real GDP, projected real GDP. So P is given as P only. Present gross product GDP is P. So P remains P. So now what we need to do is 1 plus 8%, 1 plus 8%, 1 plus 8% press into equal to how many times? 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That gives you A is equal to 1.5868 times P. That means option A is the nearest answer. Moving on to the next question, question number 26. If the interest rate on a loan is 1% per month, the effective annual rate of interest is, interest rate of loan is 1% per month. So should I divide it by 12? No, because they have given interest rate per month only. So I is 1% and N is 12 because it is monthly. So if you are finding out annual rate of interest, annual effective rate of interest, we have to do it for what? Uh, uh, what 1 year only. So n is equal to 12 for monthly. So ERI is equal to 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 whole thing multiplied with 100. Take your calculator. 1 plus 1% press into, for 12 I can write 4 into 3, isn't it? For power 4 equal to 3 times 1 2 3 press into, for power 3 equal to twice 1 2 minus 1 into 100. That fetches me how much? 12.68%. 12.68%. Option C is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question. A user wants to create a password using 4 lowercase letters and 3 uppercase letters. 4 lowercase letters and 3 uppercase letters. So it is not 3, it is 2 uppercase letters. Okay. No letter can be repeated actually in any form. In how many ways can the password be created if the password must start with an uppercase letter only? So total how many positions should be there? 6 positions should be there, because 4 lowercase letters and 2 uppercase letter. 4 uppercase lowercase letters and 2 uppercase letter. There should be how many positions? 6 positions. Now first of all, tell me, as per the condition, what have they said? The password must begin with what? Uppercase letter only. Uppercase letter means how many options I have got? All 26 options are open for the first letter. Now how many letters are remaining? 25 letters are remaining. So out of 5 position, I have to fill 1 uppercase letter, because 2 uppercase letters I am allowed to use. Correct. So how many uppercase letters are remaining? 25 uppercase letters are remaining. So that 1 uppercase letter I can fill in 25 ways. That uppercase letter can go in any of these 5 boxes. Yes or no? So why? I have got 5 options to pick which position. And then I have got 25 ways to fill that particular position. So I am done with the 2 uppercase letters. See, this second uppercase letter can go in any of those 5 positions. Since I have got 5 options, I have written 5 into 25. Now, I have to fill the remaining 4 places with how many letters? Lowercase letters. And how many lowercase letters are there? Guys, it is not 26. Sir, we have used only uppercase letters. Why not 26? It's not 26, it's only 24. The reason being, they've clearly said no letter can be repeated in any form. No letter can be repeated in any form. If I use capital A in the capital A, I cannot use a small a. That's what the meaning it is. So that means I have used 2 uppercase letter. That means I have used of 2 letters. I cannot use those 2 letters in the lower case. That means I'm left out with only 24 letters. That means 24 ways I can fill this, 23 ways I can fill this, 22 ways I can fill this, 21 ways I can fill this. The answer for this question is 26 into 25 into 24, 23, 22, 21 into 5. That means option A is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question. In how many ways can 5 boys and 3 girls sit in a row so that no 2 girls sit together? Guys, no 2 boys sit together, no 2 girls sit together. I told you a one-liner for this. When no 2 girls sit together, first of all, arrange the other variety. That means the boys. How many boys are there? 5 boys. So 5 boys can be arranged in 5 factorial. Now, always, I gave you a shortcut. First of all, you have to arrange boys. Boys factorial into how many ever boys? Boys plus 1 places will be available for girls. How many girls are there? G. Right? So this is what is the one-liner. B is 5 factorial. B plus 1 is 6. PG is 3. Take your calculator. 6P3 first of all. 6 into 5 into 4 into 5 factorial is 120. That fetches you 14,400. That means option A is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. Question number 29. In how many ways the letters of the word stadium be arranged in such a way that the ovals all occur together? How many ovals are there? A, I, U. 3 ovals are there. These 3 ovals are taken as one single thing, right? Plus remaining letters are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 plus 4 is 5 letters. 5 letters can be arranged in 5 factorial ways. Now, these 3 vowels can be reshuffled among themselves in 3 factorial ways. Now, you have to take care of repeated letters. In the word stadium, there is no letter which is repeated. Therefore, nothing needs to be divided. So, 5 factorial into 3 factorial is the answer. Option C. Have you understood? Is that clear? Right. Moving on to the next question. How many ways can 5 different trophies can be arranged on a shelf if one particular trophy must always be in the middle? So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. 5 places. So one particular trophy must always be in the middle. So one particular trophy, do we have to pick that one particular trophy? Particular means we should not pick. So it's only one particular means one trophy only. That one trophy has to be in the middle. So there is only one way. Have you understood? There is only one way. Now we have got 4 places and 4 trophies left. So I can arrange that in 4 factorial ways. 4, 3, 2, 1. Middle position should go with only one particular trophy. So obviously it is 4 factorial. 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 is 4 factorial, which is 24 ways. Option A is the right answer. Guys, look at 31st question. The third term of a GP is 2 by 3. Third term of a GP is 2 by 3 and the sixth term is 2 by 81. Then the first term is. Guys, whenever two particular terms in GP is given, you can always make use of this shortcut. It is R cube is equal to, sorry, r power n2 minus n1 is equal to a2 by a1. First of all, what is a2? The highest term is a2, and what is a1? The least term is a1. That is 2 by 81 divided by 2 by 3. 2 2 cancel, 3 goes up, 3 ones are 3, 27s are, so 1 by 27 it is. Now r power n2 minus n1, take the difference between 6 and 3, it is 3. R cube is equal to 1 by 27, so obviously r is 1 by 3. Now, plug in this value of r in any of these two terms. Let me plug in third term of a GP. What is third term of a GP? AR square, which is nothing but what? 2 by 3. R value being 1 by 3, R square becomes 1 by 9. That 1 by 9 goes as 9 to the right hand side. So 9 into 2 by 3, which is nothing but 6. So option A is the right answer because we are asked to find the first term of this series. Have you understood? Moving on to the next question. Moving on to the next question, question number 32. The sum of n terms of AP is 3n square minus n. That means Sn is given 3n square minus n. Its common difference is 6, then its first term is what? Guys, if I want to find the first term, T1 is nothing but simply S1. Put n is equal to 1 in this. So 3 minus 1 is 2. So first term is 2. Have you understood? Moving on to the next question, question number 33. When the question is lengthy, read the last part of it. Find the number of companies using none of these media. So how many media are there? 1, 2, 3. NTR. So 3 medias are there. So none means total minus at least one. Total minus at least one. So total, how many companies are there? 300. At least one means, so it's a addition theorem we have to use. Addition theorem means the individual things we have to add, intersection of two things we have to subtract, and intersection of all the things we have to add. Hope you remember that formula, right? So at individual things we have to add, that means 200 plus 100 plus 40. Then intersection of two things we have to subtract, minus 50 minus 20, then minus 25, then add 5, add, then add 5. So it is 250, right? And the result is 50 companies. 50 companies use none of this. Have you understood? Check once again. Add the first three things, 200 plus 100 plus 40. Subtract the next three things, minus 50, minus 20, minus 25. Add the last thing, so plus 5. So that gives you 250. 300 minus 250 is 50. So option D is the right answer. Guys, the next question, they're asking us to find g of f of x, that is GOF. So g of f of x is what is asked. So underline the inner function f of x. This looks like, whatever we underline, we take it as x. So this looks like g of x. This looks like what? G of x. Now, plug in the value of x. I mean, what is g of x? 7 power x. But what is my x? F of x is my x. So in place of x, I should substitute x plus 2. You understood? Now, isn't it 7 power x into 7 power 2? Yes. So 7 power 2 is 49. So it is 49 into 7 power x. So it should be, it's a printing mistake, 49 into 7 power x it is. So option C. It's not 7x. It should have been 7 power x. Look at the next question, question number 35. The relation R is given and set A is given. What sort of a relation it is? That's what is asked. First of all, check for reflexive. For reflexive relation, you have to check all the elements in set A. For all these elements, there must be reflection. Element 1 is there, so 1 comma 1 should be present. It is present. Element 2 is there, 2 comma 2 should be present. So 2 comma 2 is present. Element 3, 3 comma 3 should be present. So it is reflexive. It is reflexive. Now let us check for symmetric. Pick a pair where the two elements are different. Which pair shall I pick? 1 comma 2. If this is A comma B, then B comma A is 2 comma 1. Correct? Huh? So is 2 comma 1 present? Definitely no. Even for 2 comma 3, 3 comma 2 should be present. That is not there. 1 comma 3, 3 comma 1 should be present. That is not there. So it is not symmetric. Now let us check for transitive. Let us check for transitive. Now guys, if I take this as a comma b and this is b comma c, because what is b here? 2. Here also b should be 2 only. So now tell me, what is a comma c? A is 1, c is 3, 1 comma 3 is a comma c. So is it transitive? Yes, it is transitive. It is reflexive and transitive, right? It is reflexive, but reflexive but not symmetric. It is not symmetric. So which option you have to check? You have to take reflexive but not symmetric. They have not spoken about transitive here. In the option B, they have said not transitive. They have said not transitive. So obviously, I cannot go for option B. Symmetric and transitive. So you cannot say because it is not symmetric. And neither symmetric nor transitive, definitely no. So it is option A, reflexive but not symmetric. You understood? It is definitely transitive. Moving on to the next question, f of x is equal to x plus 1 whole power x plus 1, then find f dash of 0, right? So what is f dash? It's a d by dx. So if you look at base, it's variable. If you look at power, that is also variable. When the base and the power both are variables, you have to do logarithmic differentiation. So what is logarithmic differentiation? It is the function y itself into power by base into d by dx of base plus log of base into d by dx of power. This is the one liner for logarithmic differentiation. When to do this? When the base and the power both are variable. So what is y? F of x, x itself is y. That means x plus 1 whole power x plus 1. And power by base, power and base both are same. When I divide them, I get 1. D by dx of base, base is x plus 1, derivative of x plus 1 is 1, because derivative of x is 1, derivative of 1 is 0, 1 plus 0 is 1, plus log of base, base is x plus 1, into d by dx of power, power is x plus 1, derivative of x plus 1 is 1. So ultimately this is what is dy by dx or f dash of x. Now we are asked to find f dash of 0. So wherever x you have to put x is equal to 0. So if I put x equal to 0, 1 power 1 is 1. So 1 plus log 1 into 1 is log 1 only. So log 1 value is 0. So 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 into 1 is 1. So option B is the right answer. Log 1 value is 0. So 1 plus 0 becomes 1. 1 into 1 is 1. Moving on to the next question. Question number 37. Question number 37. F of x is given to be x into x square minus 2. Then the value of dy by dx. First of all, remove this bracket, so it becomes x cube minus 2x. So this f of x is nothing but y. So what is dy by dx? Differentiate. X cube derivative is 3x square, 2x derivative is 2. So 3x square minus 2 is the answer. Moving on to the next question, question number 38, the equation of the curve which passes through the point 1 comma 2 and has the slope 3x minus 2. Guys, when you have the slope, that is dy by dx actually, so dy by dx is 3x minus 2. Dy by dx is nothing but f dash of x. See, if you want to find f of x, all that you need to do is what? Integrate f dash of x. Integrate what? F dash of x. So integration of 3x minus 2 is what I need to do. 3 is constant. Integration of x is x square by 2 minus integration of 2 is 2x. Integration of 2 is 2x plus the constant c. So this is what is our f of x, or nothing but y. F of x, we can replace it by y. Now we need to first of all find the value of c. If you want to find the value of c, plug in the value of x is 1 and y is 2. So y is 2, x is 1, so it is 3 by 2 minus 2 into 1 is 2 plus c. So 3 by 2 minus 2 is minus 1 by 2. Minus 1 by 2 comes this side, becomes what? 3 by 2. Correct? So you can do this actually. 2m plus 3 by 2, 3 divided by 2, it becomes negative, so m minus 2 minus 2 becomes plus this side, m plus then mrc. So that gives us what? That gives us what? 2.5, correct? It's 2.5. C is equal to 2.5. Now all that we need to now do is what? All that we need to now do is it 2.5 only? Check once again. First of all, 3 divided by 2 minus 2 gives us minus 0.5. Yeah, plus c is equal to 2. So c is equal to 2.5. Now, this is what is the function. So y is equal to 3 by 2 x square minus 2x plus c Now just take the LCM. If I take the LCM, it is 2, 3x square minus 4x plus 2c is equal to y. So what is c value? C value is 2.5. 2 into 2.5 is 4.5. So 2y is equal to 3x square. Is it 4x anywhere? Oh, my bad. Sorry guys, it's not -2, it is -4. Everywhere I had taken it as -2. That was a mistake actually. So it is 3x minus 4. This is what is dy by dx. So we have to integrate this to get y. So which is y is equal to 3x square by 2 minus 4x plus c. Now plug in the values of x and y. Y is 2, x value is 1, so 3 by 2. 4 into 1 is 4 plus c it is. So now find the value of c. Guys, 2 is positive, type 2 press m plus. 3 by 2 is positive, but when it is taken to the left hand side, it becomes negative, so m minus. 4 is negative, but when it is taken to the other side, becomes positive, so type 4 m plus, then mrc. It becomes 4.5. C is equal to 4.5. Ultimately, plug in the value of c over here. 3x square by 2 minus 4x plus 4.5. Now simplify this further by taking the LCM. So 3x square minus 8x plus 9 is equal to y. By cross multiplying, it's 2y is equal to 3x square minus 8x plus 9. Option A is the right answer. I had taken 3x minus 2 earlier, so why it was wrong, right? So moving on to the next question, the slope of the tangent to the curve y is equal to x square minus x at the point where the line y is equal to cuts the curve, y is equal to 2 cuts the curve in the first quadrant. Guys, put y is equal to 2 here to find the value of x. So x square minus x square minus x minus 2 equal to 0. Try to factorize this. So minus 2 is the product. So minus 2 plus 1 are the factors. So roots are going to be 2 and minus 1. Yes or no? Roots are going to be 2 and minus 1. But they've clearly said it is first quadrant. First quadrant x value cannot be negative. So x value has to be 2. You understood? X value has to be 2. Now find out dy by dx because we are asked to find the slope. So 2x minus 1 it is. Derivative of x square is 2x. Derivative of x is 1. Now we have to find the slope at x is equal to 2 and y is equal to what? 2. So there is no y over here. Just put x value is equal to 2. So 2 2s are 4. 4 minus 1 is 3. So option B is the right answer. Let's moving on to the next question. Question number 40. So what they've asked here is integration 2 power 3x into 3 power 2x into 5 power x dx is equal to what? Guys, all these terms have got common power which is x. So 2 power 3 into 3 power 2 into 5 whole power what? X. Can I write so? Yes. So first of all, what is 2 power 3? 8. 3 power 2 is 9. 8 into 9 into 5. That fetches me what? 360. So it's 360 power x. So this looks like 360 power x. It looks like a power x. Integration of a power x is a power x by log a. Correct? 360 power x divided by log 360 plus c. So which option is correct? It is option B. Sir, 360 power x you have written, but option B shows this. Guys, don't you think this is 360 power x only? From here only we arrived at 360 power x. Yes or no? So it is option B, the right answer. Have you all understood? Moving on to the next question, find the missing value in the series. Guys, if you look at, I told you the trick to solve the questions on number series. All that you have to do to check whether it is addition pattern or multiplication pattern, feed the last but one number in the calculator. 87 into 2 you do, it is 174. That is well, it's more than the last number, definitely. If it is more than the last number, the product 87, the last but one number into 2, if the product is more than the last number, definitely it is addition pattern. So check what is the number to be added. 51 plus 1 is 52. 52 plus 8 is 60. 60 plus 27 is 87. Now if you can clearly see, it's 1 cube, 2 cube and 3 cube. So definitely it should be 4 cube, which is 64. Check 87 plus 64. It is definitely 151. Next, it should be 5 cube, which is 125. Now 151 plus 125 gives you 276. That is what is the right answer. You understood. Guys, moving on to the next question, find the missing term of the series. Guys, if you look at, first of all, try to obtain the pattern among the first letter. right? A to D, it's plus 3. D to H. D is the fourth letter, H is the eighth letter, so plus 4. H is the eighth letter, M is the 13th letter, so plus 5. M is the 13th letter, S is the 19th letter, so plus 6. So plus 3, plus 4, plus 5, plus 6. For the next uh, letters, the first letter will be what? Plus 7. So S is 19, 19 plus 7 is 26, 26 is definitely Z. So it can never be what? First option, right? So among B, C, D, definitely one among the three. So if you look at second one, in two options, second one look the same. So in all the three options, what is different? The third letter is different. So try to obtain the pattern for the third letter. No need to check for the second letter pattern. Third letter pattern, D to K. Guys, D is the fourth letter, K is 11th letter, so plus 7 it is. K is 11th letter, S is 19th letter, so plus 8. S is 19th letter, B is uh, what is it? See, I mean, Z is 26, Z is 26, A is 27, and B is 28. Correct. So 19 plus what is 28? 19 plus 9 is 28. So again, it should be plus 10. Correct. B plus 10 is 2 plus 10 is 12. So L is definitely 12. The next letter should be plus at plus 11. L is 12. 12 plus 11 is 12 plus 11 is 23. 23 is which letter? 23 is W. So last letter is W. So we need not have to bother for the second letter. Z and W you can see only in option D. First letter Z, last letter is W. It's only in option C. You need not have to look for second letter. Have you understood? Let's look at the next question. Teacher is coded as this. Can you just tell me what's the pattern? T is becoming V. T, U, V. So plus 2 it is. E is becoming G, E, F, G plus 2. A is becoming C plus 2. C is becoming E plus 2. So it's a plus 2 forward pattern. So now C plus 2. C is the third letter. C plus 2 is 5. That is what? E. Correct? H is eighth letter. 8 plus 2 is 10. That means J it is. I is ninth letter. 9 plus 2 is 11. That is K. E, J, K. Then L is 12th letter. 12 plus 2 is 14. That is N. E, J, K, N. T is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 is F. J, K, N, F. Which option? Oh, almost all options. E, J, K, N, F. Then R is 18, 18 plus 2 is 20, 20 is T. So which option has got that? So it is option D. And E is 5, 5 plus 2 is 7, 7 is G. Right? And N is 14 plus 2 is 16, that is P. So therefore it is option D, the right answer. Have you understood? Moving on to the next question. In a certain code, inactive is written as VIPCANIE. Guys, if you look at the last letters are same. And if you look at left to right has been written as right to left. Last letter is the same. Everything else is reversed. So here also last letter should remain R and everything else should be reversed. ETUPMOC. Which option? ETU you see in option B. So option B is the right answer. Let's choose the odd numerical pair group. So 33 to 34 to 43, what's the difference? 34 to 43, difference is 9. Correct? 55 to 62, difference is 7. 62 to 71, difference is 9. 83 to 92, difference is 9. The odd man out is option B only. Guys, moving on to the next question. Gopal started from a house towards west. From house, he went towards west. How much he walked? 30 meters. He turned towards the right. Going towards west, right is which side? Upwards. He walked how much? 20 meters. Then he turned to the left. Left is our left only, moving a distance how many meters? 10 meters. Then what he did, he turned to his left. So going towards west, left is downwards. How many meters he went? 40 meters down he went, right? And he now turned to his left. Left is our right, and he walked 5 meters. He walked 5 meters. Finally, he turned to his left. Tell me, going towards east, left is which side? Upward. Now, question is what? Which direction was he walking now? He is walking north. He is walking what direction? North. Option A is the right answer. Have you all understood? Let's moving on to the next question, 47th. Namita walks 14 meters towards west. From the starting point, she went 14 meters towards west. Then she turned to her right. Going towards west, right is upwards. How many meters she went? 14 meters again. And then she turns to her left. Left is our left only. Walks how many meters? 10 meters. 10 meters. Again turning to her left. Left is which side? Downwards. How many meters? 14 meters. Right? So 14 meters means definitely exactly in line with the starting position. Right? What is the shortest distance between the starting point and the final point? Shortest distance is 14 plus 10, which is 24 meters. You understood? 14 horizontal distance it is. 14 plus 10, how much it is? 24 meters. Is that clear, everybody? Next question, 48. The door of Aditya's house is facing east. So Aditya's house is facing actually east. All right. From backside, that means they went towards west of his house. He walks straight 50 meters. So first he went towards west. Then he turned to the right. Going towards west, right is which side? Upwards. And walks how many meters? 50 meters again. Finally, he turns towards the left and stops after walking 25. He turns to the left and after walking 25, he stops. Here is where he is now, right? So now Aditya is in which direction from the starting point? From the starting point, he is towards the northwest. Yes, if you see option B and option D, both are northeast. One of the options should have been northwest, right? Assuming option B is only northwest, so option B is the right answer. Next question, 49. Maya starts at point T. Maya starts at point T. Walk straight to point U. Guys, they have said just walk straight at point U. You can consider any direction. So I'll consider the convention that is the north. If not specified, she walks towards the north. After walking 4 feet, which is she goes to U, of, which is 4 feet away, right? From T, she goes to U, which is 4 feet away. She turns left. Left is R left only at an angle 90 degree. So this is left at an angle 90 degree, 4 feet away. Turns 90 degree right. Right is upwards. Goes how many feet? 3 feet. 90 degree upwards. Goes how many feet? 3 feet. To P. Here is P. So the next one is what? This is W. P. First of all, T, then U, then W, then comes P, right? So this is P. Now, next what? Turns 90 degree right and walks 1 feet to Q. 90 degree right is this side only, walks 1 to Q. This is where he is, she is actually. Now, then what she does? Turns left at 90 degree and goes to V. Turn C, going towards east, left is actually what? Upwards. And goes how many feet? 1 feet. Once again turns 90 degree right and goes to R and at 3 feet. So definitely she comes exactly in line with what? U, because this is 1 feet, this is 3 feet. So 1 plus 3 is 4 feet. So this is what is R. Now, what is the distance between P and R? So it's clearly the vertical distance I have to compute. This distance plus this distance. First of all, this is 3 and this is 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. So 4 plus 4 is 8 feet. Have you understood? Is it clear? So it's a simple question. Just go with each line and draw the figure. You will get the answer, right? Show the direction, show the distances traveled in each direction proportionally. There are 4 towns P, Q, R, and T. Q is southwest of P. So with respect to P, where is Q? Southwest. Southwest is here, right? So here is Q. Q is southwest of P. R is to the east of Q. R should be towards the east of Q. That means in line with Q, R can be anywhere. And southeast of P. From P, R should be southeast. That means here R comes. Correct? Huh? Here is R. Clearly, R is east of Q and southeast of P. And T is to the north of R. T should be exactly above R. And where exactly T should be located? In line with Q and P. So whichever line Q and P lie, the same line T also must lie. And he should be, I mean, the town T should be north of R. Now the question is, in which direction of P is T located? With respect to P, where is T located? In the northeast direction. In which direction of P is T located? That means with respect to P, where is T? Above, that is north, towards the right, that is east. So northeast is the answer. Have you understood? Moving on to the next question. All the six members of a family A, B, C, D, E, F are traveling together. B is the son of C. B is the son of C. But C is not the mother of B. C has to be a father. A and C are married. That means A is wife of C. Guys, I've used square for male and circle for female, right? E is the son, E is the brother of C. So E should be beside C, brother. Now, D is the daughter of A, so D should be below A, daughter. And F is the brother of B, F should be beside B, brother, male, right? How many male members are there in the family? Just count the number of squares. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Option D is the right answer. Have you understood? Moving on to the next question. T, S, R are three brothers. T, S, and R are three brothers. T is son of Q. T is son of Q. All right, is married to. T is son of Q, married to K. So T is married to K, right? And they have one child, Rahul. So Rahul is a child of T and K. M is the son of S. M is the son of S and is married to H. Yes, son is M, married to whom? H. And they have a child. Who is that? Madhvi. So Madhvi is child of M and H. R has a daughter N. R has a daughter N and is married to whom? P and is married to P, and they have a child. Who is that? Karuna. They have a child. Who is that? Karuna. Next, how is Madhvi related to S? So clearly, Madhvi is S's granddaughter. So option C is the right answer. Is this clear? Moving on to the next question. Six persons, M, N, O, P, Q, and R are sitting in two rows. So there are two rows. Both the rows are in front of each other. If one faces south, the other one faces north. So how many in each row? Three in each row. What have they said? Q is not at the end of any row. Q can be in the middle of any row. P is second to the left of R. It's a sure statement. If I place R here, P should be second to the left of R. That is satisfied. Now, with respect to P and R, find the statements. With respect to P and R, find the statement. O is neighbor of Q and diagonally opposite to P. So, O is diagonally opposite to P. And O is a neighbor of whom? Q. So, Q comes here. Now, find the statement connected to the people whom we have already marked. What is that they have said? N is the neighbor of R. So, N should be here. Only person remaining is M. So, M should sit over here. Have you understood? The question is, who is in front of N? In front of N, Q is there. So option B is the right answer. Is that clear? Moving on to the next question. The length and breadth of the room are 8 meters and 6 meters. 8 by 6. 8 meters and 6 meters. A cat runs along all the four walls and finally along the diagonal. So it runs along all the four walls means 8 plus 6 plus 8 plus 6, all the four walls, plus the diagonal. Diagonal means this. So what is this diagonal distance? So if you look at this thing, it's a right angle triangle. Yes or no? So if I want this distance, I just have to take the sum of the squares of these two and under the root. So 6 square is 36, 8 square is 64, 36 plus 64 is 100. So root 100 is 10. So diagonal distance is 10. Take your calculator, just add this up. 8 plus 8 plus 6 plus 6 plus 10, that gives you 38 meters. So option C is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question. Ravi left home and cycled 10 kilometers towards south. From home, he cycled 10 kilometers towards south. Then he turned to the right. Right means R left and cycled how many meters? How many kilometers? 5 kilometers. Then again turn to the right. Tell me, going towards west, turning right is upwards. How many kilometers? 10 kilometers. Here he comes. All right. And then after this, he turned to the left. Left is our left only and cycled 10 kilometers. So this. In how many kilometers will he have to cycle to reach his home straight? Home is here. So if you look at exactly home and the final positions are exactly in the same horizontal line. So 10 kilometer, this one is 10 kilometer, this one is 5 kilometer, 10 plus 5 is 15 kilometers he has to go straight to reach his home. Option B is the right answer. Guys, I've told you how to solve the questions whenever the relationships are defined using the symbols or the signs. We have to read the last part of the question. What is it? Which of the following relationship shows that Q is a grandmother of T? Q must be a grandmother of T. So take two persons at a time. Q minus P it is. Option hitting we have to do Q minus P. So minus means this statement we have to refer to. So A minus B is A is a mother of B. Q minus P is Q is a mother of P. Q is a mother of P. Is this clear? Now take the next two persons. Take the next two person. Who are they? P plus R. So plus means the first statement we have to refer to. First, A plus B means B is the brother of A. Second person is the brother of first person. A plus B means B is the brother of A. That means second person is the brother of first person. That means R is the brother of P. So R is a brother of P. Be very careful. It's not A is a brother of B. It's B the brother of A. You understood. So R is a brother of P. Done. Now R percentage T. Which statement I have to refer to? This statement. What is it? A percentage B means A is the father of B. So R percentage T means R is the father of whom? T. So T comes here. Question is Q should be a grandmother of T. Clearly for T, Q is grandmother only. So option A itself is the right answer. Have you understood? Moving on to the next question. Once again, the same variety. You see, relationships are defined using the special symbols. So in the code of family, what does, this is the code actually. Who is the father of, uh, who is the father in them? Okay. So let's try to take the first thing, first two person, A hash B. A hash B. That means this statement I have to refer to. So P hash Q means P is the mother of Q. That means A is the mother of B. First two persons I have taken. A is the mother of B. I got to know. Now B dollar C. So dollar is over here. That means P is the brother of Q. So B is a brother of C. Now the last two person is C asterisk D. Asterisk is the last statement. P is a daughter of Q. So C should be a daughter of D. C should be a daughter of D. So B and C are siblings. So definitely D has to be a husband to, and D has to be a husband to whom? A. Right? That means who is the father in them? Definitely D is the father in them. Right? Among A, B, C, D, D is only the father. Moving on to the next question, there are 7 members A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H in a family. There are 2 fathers, 1 mother, 2 sisters, and 4 brothers. E is a sister-in-law of D. So, what do you understand by this? E is a sister-in-law of D means E's husband. His husband is here, right? And husband's sibling is D. So we don't know the gender of D. Now you can clearly see E is a sister-in-law to D. So brother's wife is definitely sister-in-law. So I have now, so I don't know who is the husband of E as of now. Now G is the daughter of C. So we don't know where exactly in relation to E and D. So I'll just take it separately. G is the daughter of C. So below C, G should be there. G is a daughter. Then F is the brother of E. I can mark F besides E, brother. A is the grandfather of G. That means A must be above C. So A is the grandfather of G. So where I have to position these three people? Where can I position these three people? Yes, I can position those three people. C should go, because 3 generations are there. C should go in the place of E's husband. E's husband is only C, and A should be over here and G should be over here. So these 3 people I have placed over here. Now let us check. Guys, what, and one more thing they have said, E is the mother of H. E is the mother of H. That means H should be below. Now, what have they said? The condition, there are 2 fathers. Who are the 2 fathers? One is C, the other one is A. A and C are the 2 fathers. So, first condition is satisfied. One mother. Who could be that one mother? E is that one mother. That is also satisfied. And two sisters. One of the sister is E, because E is the sister of F. Who could be the other sister? G is the other sister. So definitely G and H are siblings. If two sisters, definitely E and G they are. If H is also a female, there will be three sisters. That means H has to be a male. Now, how many brothers here? Four brothers. Who are those four brothers? Uh, F is a brother to E. Then C is a brother to D. And so H is a brother to someone. That means D also needs to be a male. Then only C, D, F, and H are the brother to someone. So there are four brothers. The question is, how is H related to A? To A, H is a grandson. Option A. How many male members are there in the family? So there are one, two, three, four, five. So five male members are there in the family. Is that clear? Moving on to the next question. A is B's sister. A is sister of B. A is a female. C is B's mother. So C should be above B. C is a female. D is C's father. So above C, D. D is a male. E is D's mother. So above D, E is, and E should be a female. Then how A is related to D? To D, where is A? Two generation below. That means granddaughter. Granddaughter. Option D is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question, 61. The following set of data cannot be presented in the table. Which following data? See guys, if you want to put the data in the table, the data should be a numerical data. Yes or no? So if you look at the amount of rainfall as medium, average and heavy, so these are all what qualitative things, right? So this cannot be put in the table. All the others, the heights of student described in centimeters, they are the numbers. Weights of candidates expressed in kilograms, they are numbers. The number of bills per day cleared by an auditor in a month, that is also a number. All this can be put in the table, but this medium, average and heavy cannot be put in the table as they are qualitative data. Have you understood? Next question. According to the empirical rule, if the data from form a bell-shaped distribution, then the maximum and the minimum frequency occur at. See, this is what is bell-shaped graph. Yes or no? So maximum will occur at the center, right? Minimum occur at the ends. Maximum at the center or at the middle, and minimum occur at the ends. So both the ends, it is minimum. So the answer is middle and ends. Maximum occurs in the middle and minimum occur at both the ends. Therefore, it is option D. Moving on to the next question, guys. This is one of the questions that we have solved yesterday. It's a repeated question. So whenever an observation needs to be added, or wrong observation needs to be replaced by the correct observation, that one liner I gave you yesterday was what? X bar new is equal to X bar old into N old plus or minus X divided by N new. Guys, when it is plus, whenever added plus, when it is minus, whenever removed, it is minus, right? So whatever to be added, it is plus X. Whatever is to be subtracted, it is minus X. Now, X new bar, we need to it's given off actually. What is it? We need to find the new observation. That means the value of X we need to find out. So initially, how many number of observation? 20. So N old is 20. The mean of those observation, that is X bar old, is 18.3. Mean is reduced by 0.6. That means X new bar reduced by 0.6 means 18.3 minus 0.6. That gives you 17.7. So X new bar also we got it. Now all that we need to do is find the value of X. If I want to find the value of X, I have to just retain X on the one side and everything else on the other side. The first thing that I have to transpose to the other side is N new. N new, since I have added one new observation to 20, one observation is added, so N new becomes 21 into X new bar is 17.7. press M plus, because that will stay positive only. These two you have to multiply. X bar old is 18.3 into n old is 20. But as a product, if it is sent to the other side, it becomes a negative. So M minus you press, then MRC. So that is what is X value. So X value is 5.7. Option C is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. In a graphical representation of data, the largest numerical value is, it's not 40, it is 45. The largest numerical value is 45. The smallest numerical value is 25. This is L and this is S. If the classes desired are 4, classes is equal to 4. So we are asked to find the, uh, what is that we need to find? If the classes desired are 4, then the width of the class, width of the class, width of the class is what? Simply, basically, what is the number of classes? It is range divided by class width. Correct? Range divided by class width. So 4 is equal to, range is 45 minus 25 divided by class width. So class width I can take here. So class width or class length is equal to 20 divided by 4, which is 5. So width of the class is, have you understood? Guys, moving on to the next question. Question number 65. Histogram is used for finding what? It is mode graphically, right? Next question. Median of the following numbers are given in ascending order. Already they have said it is in ascending order. We need not have to bother. Median is given off, which is 25. Now, how many observations are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 observations. That means there will be two middle values. Which two are the two middle values? These two. So we just have to take the average of these two. That means add the two first of all. X plus x is 2x. Plus 2 plus 4 is 6. Then take the average. I mean, just divide it by 2. 25 plus 2 is how much? 25 into 2 is 50, and plus 6 becomes minus 6. So 50 minus 6, and 2 gets divided by 2. So which gets you the value as 22. So option A is the right answer. The mean salary of a group of 50 persons is 5850. Later on, it's discovered that the salary of one has been wrongly taken. So whenever wrong observation needs to be corrected by the correct observation, or new observation is added, or one of the observation is subtracted, you can use that one liner. What is that I gave you? X bar new is equal to X bar old is into n old plus or minus x divided by n new. Guys, wrong observation is corrected by the correct observation. So number of observations initially and finally will remain the same. Correct? So here the wrong observation is 8,000. So wrong observation has to be subtracted. Correct observation is 7,800. That has to be added. So now what you do is, we need to find the corrected mean salary. That means x new bar we have to compute. X bar old first of all is 5850 into n old is 50. Now we have plus or minus x. Which one to be subtracting? We should be subtracting 8,000. So minus 8,000 you do. And correct value is, we have to add plus 7,800 you do, divided by n new. No changes in the number of observations. So divided by 50 only. That fetches you the value 5846. Option B is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. If the mode of the data is 18, mode is Z and mean is X bar, median is asked. So what's the relationship? Empirical formula is mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. So Z plus 2 mean divided by 3 is what is median. Yes or no? By rearranging the terms. So first of all, 2 mean you find out. 2 into, what is the mean given? 24, plus the mode, which is 18, divided by 3, that fetches you 22. So median value is 22. Option C is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. Question number 69. The first quartile is 142, which is Q1. Semi-interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1 by 2, that is quartile deviation. Q3 minus Q1 by 2. We are asked to find the median. What is median? Q3 plus Q1 divided by 2. So for which you need to find out what is Q3. First of all, QD is 18. 18 into 2 you do cross multiplication, and Q1 is negative on the right hand side. When I shift it to the other side becomes plus. So plus What is Q1? 142. That fetches you 178. So I can find out Q3 using this quartile deviation formula. Now Q1 plus Q3 divided by 2 is what is the median. So Q3 already I have it in the calculator, 178, plus Q1 is 142 divided by 2. That gives me the answer for median as 160. Option B is the right answer. Origin is shifted by 5. Origin is shifted by 5. What will happen? As origin is shifted by 5. So what do you mean by this? Origin shifting means adding or subtracting a number. See guys, SD will not change on shift of origin, right? There will be no change in SD. In fact, there won't be any change in SD, MD and QD. So they have not said none of them will change. And one of the options you can pick, there will be no change in SD. You understood? The third decile for the numbers, guys, you need not waste your time in arranging the numbers. So first of all, third decile formula is 3 by 10 into n plus 1 the whole power, whole value. So what is n? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 observations. So 7 plus 1 is 8, 8 threes are 24, 24 divided by 10 is 2.4. So it is 2.4th value. That means it lies between second and third. Guys, don't waste your time in arranging all the observations. Rather, you cancel off first two observations in ascending order. So least observation is 9, cancel it off. Next least observation is 10, cancel it off. So no, don't cancel it because we need second and third observation. That means 10 and 12. Second and third observations are 10 and 12. So actually it is not 111, it is 11. The other observation is 11. It's not 111. So it is 10 and 11. It is what? 10 and 11. So now you need not actually waste your time. You need not waste your time now. Uh, the answer definitely lies between second and third values only. Definitely it is option B. There's only one option which lies between 10 and 11, which is 10.11. Even if you want to solve it, it is second value plus the decimal value is what here? 0.4. Third minus second. Now, third, use this formula to solve for D3. Third value is what? 11 minus second value is what? 10 into decimal part is 0.4 plus second value is 10. So that fetches you how much? 10.7 is it? Recheck once again. It is the 2.4 only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 observations are there. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 threes are 24. 24 by 10 should be, yeah. So it is, second observation is 10.4 into 11. It's 10.4 actually. So nearest answer is 10.7. You understood? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7 observations is there. Right. Moving on to the next question, the harmonic mean h of two numbers is 4 and their arithmetic mean is a. Harmonic mean is given of 4. Arithmetic mean is a. 2a plus g square is equal to 27. The numbers are. So guys, just hit the option. Whichever option gives you harmonic mean as 4, that will be the right answer. What is harmonic mean? 2ab divided by a plus b. So which option satisfies that? If I hit option C, 2 into 6 into 3 divided by 6 plus 3 is 9. That fetches me what? 4. So option C is the right answer. If mean and coefficient of variation of marks of 10 students is 20, so 20 is AM and coefficient of variation is CV, which is 80. What will be the variance of them? So what is CV formula? SD by AM into 100. So I can compute for SD first of all by transposing everything on the other side. CV is 80 into AM is 20. Where will 100 go? Gets divided. Divided by 100. That fetches me 16. So SD is equal to 16. Variance is square of SD, which is 256. So option A is the right answer. As moving on to the next question, if the same amount is added or subtracted from all the individual series, all the observations of the individual, all the numbers, the standard deviation and the variance both shall be unchanged. Both shall be unchanged. They will not change. Have you understood? They'll not be equal. They'll not be equal. Standard deviation and variance. Variance is a square of standard deviation. They'll not be same. So they will be unchanged. That means shift of origin SD doesn't change. If SD doesn't change, variance also will not change. Have you understood? So unchanged is the right answer. Algebraic sum of the deviation of set of values from their arithmetic mean is always 0. Summation x minus x bar is equal to what? 0. This is already been discussed in the regular class and also in the marathon, right? The AM of 15 observations is 9. So AM of 15 observations is 9. So total number of observations is 15 and the corresponding mean is combined mean XC bar. This is total observations. The AM of first 9, that means N1 is 9, is 11. That means X1 bar. And the AM of remaining observation, N2 will be what? 6. If out of 15 observation, if the first set of observations are 9, the remaining set of observations is uh, 6, right? So we have to find x2 bar. Guys, what is xc bar formula? N1 x1 bar plus N2 x2 bar divided by N1 plus N2. What is the unknown here? X2 bar. Keeping x2 bar here, transpose everything to the other side. First of all, N1 plus N2 is what? 15. 15 into xc bar is what? 9. That will stay there only. So it's positive. So m plus. Now n1 into x1 bar. n1 is 9 into x1 bar is 11. If I transpose it to the other side, it becomes negative. So m minus plus mrc. I get 36. Now this n2 should get divided because it's a coefficient of x2 bar. It should go and should get divided. So divided by what is n2? n2 is 6. The result is 6. So x2 bar is equal to 6. Option B is the right answer. Which of the following is not a type of a sampling? It is standalone because probability sampling is there, non-probability sampling is there, mixed sampling is there. It's a standalone sampling. It is not there, right? In connection with random experiment, it is found that P of A is 2 by 3, P of B is 3 by 5, P of A union B is 5 by 6. What is that? We need to find P of A dash slash B. As per the formula, occurred event is B, so P of B in the denominator. In the numerator, it is A dash intersection B. What do you understand by A dash intersection B? B will occur, A will not occur. That means it is P of B minus A divided by P of B. How do I find P of B minus A? P of B minus P of A intersection B. Hope you remember this formula. Divided by P of B. Now, P of A slash B is what I need to find out. So, how do I first of all find out P of A intersection B? It is using P of A union B formula. It's P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. I can always interchange the positions of P of A union B and P of A intersection B. I can do the calculation now. What is P of A? 2 by 3. Type 2 divided by 3 m plus. And P of B is 3 by 5. Type 3 divided by 5 m plus again. P of it's not A intersection B. It has to be A union B because when you rearrange it, it will become P of A union B, which is 5 divided by 6. That's negative. So m minus then MRC. It is 0.4333. P of A intersection B is 0.4333. Have you understood? So I got this value 0.4333. Just plug in the values now. P of B is 2 by 3 minus 0.4333 divided by P of B. What is P of B? P of B is 3 by 5. Now what you will do basically now here is solve numerator 0.4333. It's a negative value, so m plus or minus, sorry, you can do this memory calculation only. 2 divided by 3 m plus 0.4333 m minus mrc. Now 3 by 5 when it is taken up becomes 5 by 3. So just take the product. So into 5 divided by 3. So that gives you 0.388. So which option is correct? 0.388. Is it 13 by 18? No. Is it 1 by 2? No. 13 by 20? Definitely no. 5 by 18? Just check. 5 divided by 18. It's not. Is the calculation right? Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad. It's not 2 by 3 over here. It's not 2 by 3 over here because P of B it is. P of B is 3 by 5 minus 0.4333 divided by P of B is 3 by 5 again. Now do this. Numerator 3 divided by 5 minus 0.4333 into, no need to divide, into 5 by 3, 5 divided by 3. That fetches you 0.2777, which is option D, 5 by 18. Guys, moving on to the next question. Question number 79. So what is it? If a card is drawn at random from a pack of 52 cards, what is the chance of getting a spade or an ace? How many events are there? Two events. Spade is one event, I'll take it as A. Ace is another event, I'll take it as B. What separates the two events? Or means union. So P of A union B is what I need to find. It's P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. What is P of A? How many spades are there? Spade is one of the suits, so 13 spades out of 52. So P of A is 13 by 52. P of B is ace. How many aces are there? 4 out of 52. Now P of A intersection B. How many aces, how many spades are aces? In a spade, in spade, there is only one ace. So 1 by 52. So that is 14 plus 13 plus 4 is 17, minus 1 is 16, 16 by 52. So 16 divided by 52, that fetches you 0.3076, 16 by 52, 16 divided by 52, right? So which option? Is it 4 by 13? 4 by 13. Yes, it's option A, the right answer. 4 4s are 4 13s are. 80th one, the chance of getting a sum of 10 in a simple throw of two dice, in a simple throw of two dice is, because when you throw two dice only, you get the sum of two numbers, yes or no? So sum of 10 means, so when do you get the sum 10? uh, if a sum 10, what you have to do, I mean sum up to 7, it is sum minus 1, the favorable outcome. Sum beyond 7, it is 13 minus the sum. So it is beyond 7, so 13 minus 10, which is 3. So n of A is 13 minus the sum is the favorable outcome. N of S is 36. The probability is 3 by 36, which is 1 by 12. Option B is the right answer. You understood. See, hope you remember that. Sum up to 7, the favorable outcomes are sum minus 1. So for sum beyond 7, the favorable outcomes are 13 minus that particular sum. The sum over here is 10. So therefore 13 minus 10 I did for n of A, which is favorable outcome, which is nothing but 3. A random variable has the following probability distribution. Find k. Guys, if you want to find a k, if you look at these are all what? Probabilities. Don't you think sum of all the probabilities is equal to 1? Yes. So k plus 2k is 3k, 3k plus 2k is 5k. So k is equal to 1 by 5. Now let us write the original distribution now. It's 1 by 5, 2 by 5 and 2 by 5. Now let's find out. Oh, k value is only asked, right? So k value we have obtained already. So k value is 1 by 5. Option C is the right answer. Is this clear? Let's move on to the next question. 82nd. The number is selected at random from the set of natural numbers 1 to 99. The probability that it is divisible by 9 or 11. So how many events are there? Two events, 9 and 11. What separates the two events? Or means union. We need to find P of A union B. We have solved similar kind of a question yesterday. So it's P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. So how many numbers are there? 99 numbers. Divisible by 9 means 99 by 9. It's 11, isn't it? 99 by 9, which is 11. So 11 out of 99 is the probability. Next, 99 is the total number of numbers. Divisible by 11 means 99 by 11. So how much it is? 9. Correct? 11 nines are 99. So 9 by 99 is the probability. Now, if I want to find it is divisible by, see, A intersection B means both 9 as well as 11. So that means I have to take LCM of 9 and 11. What is LCM of 9 and 11? 99 only, because both are prime numbers, simple product of the two numbers. It's nothing but 1. So 1 by 99 is the probability. So 11 plus 9 is 20, 20 minus 1 is 19, 19 by 99 is the probability. So option B is the right answer. Moving on to the next question, a random variable x follows the binomial distribution with e of x equal to 2, variance is 1.2, the value of n. Similar kind of a question we had solved yesterday. So whenever variance and the mean are given, you can find out q quickly. So which is variance by mean, which is 1.2 by 2. What is 1.2 by 2? 1.2 by 2 is 0.6. Q is 0.6, so obviously P is 0.4. Now use mean, expected value is mean only, is equal to 2. So since P is 0.4, 0.4 has to be taken to the other side. So 2 divided by 0.4, that is the value of n, which is nothing but 5. Since I found the value of P, plug in that value of P in the mean formula NP. So you get the value of n. P goes to the other side. So 2 divided by 0.4 is nothing but 5. The mean of a Poisson distribution is 4. That means m is equal to 4. Probability of 2 successes is P of x equal to 2 is what they've asked. So what is P of x equal to 2? E power minus m power 2 divided by 2 factorial, because P of x is equal to e power minus m power x divided by x factorial is the formula. Yes or no? Now just plug in the values. E power, what is m? Minus 4. M is again 4. X value is 2 divided by 2 factorial is 2. Now clearly 4 square is 16. 16 by 2 is 8. So 8 divided by e power plus 4. Option A is the right answer, because 4 square is 16. 16 by 2 is 8. So 8 into e power minus 4, or 8 by e power plus 4. The mean deviation about median of a standard normal variate is, first of all, what is mean deviation? Mean deviation is 0.8 times sigma. This is the relationship between mean deviation and standard deviation. Correct? Now, since it is standard normal variate, sigma value is what? The standard deviation of a standard normal distribution is 1. So, mean deviation is 0.8. Guys, all the options must have sigma attached to it. So, it has to be option D. The quartile deviation of a normal distribution with mean 10 and standard deviation 4 is, guys, so mean is 10 and the standard deviation is 4. What we need to find out is the quartile deviation. So what is quartile deviation? Relationship between SD, MD, QD is 2 SD equal to 2.5 MD equal to 3 QD. Since we are asked to find QD, don't you think it is 2 by 3 SD? 2 by 3 SD is QD. Take your calculator, 2 divided by 3 into, what is SD given? 4. And the result is 2.6666. The nearest answer is 2.7. Moving on to the next question. If the two quartiles are 14.6, so what is the first quartile? It's Q1, and the next quartile is Q3. What is the standard deviation of the distribution? Yes, using the two quartiles, you can find the quartile deviation, which is nothing but Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. Quickly, 25.4 minus 14.6 divided by 2, that fetches as 5.4. Now, once you know QD, you can easily find out SD using the relation 2SD equal to 3QD. So what is SD? It is 3 by 2 into QD. Already I know QD 5.4. Multiply 3, divide 2. So you get 3 by 2 QD, which is 8.1. The nearest answer to that is option D. If P is larger than 0.5, if P is larger than 0.5, P greater than 0.5, obviously Q is less than 0.5. So if P is greater than Q, what distribution? If P is less than Q, it is what distribution? If P is less than Q, it is positively skewed. If P is greater than Q, it is negatively skewed. So it is not symmetrical, it is definitely asymmetrical, right? Suppose if P value equal to 5, you can take what? Symmetrical. So definitely it is not symmetrical, it is asymmetrical. If there had been an option, negatively skewed, you have to take negatively skewed. Since negatively skewed is not there, you can take asymmetrical. Have you understood? A die is thrown 100 times. How many times? 100 times. If getting an even number is considered as a success, then the variance, the number of success, the variance of number of success, guys, it is NPQ, right? NPQ. Getting an even number is a success. Tell me one die, what's the probability of getting even number? It is there are 3 even number, 3 by 6, correct? Which is 1 by 2. So this is P is a success, Q is failure. Failure is also 1 by 2. Correct? So now all that I need to do is I need to find the variance. Variance is nothing but NPQ. N is 100, P is 1 by 2, Q is also 1 by 2. Guys, have you understood how I found out P? 3 by 6. How come? Getting an even number is considered to be a success. So probability of success is getting an even number on throwing a die, right? So it is 3 by 6. There are three even numbers 2, 4, 6. Therefore, it is 3 by 6, which is nothing but 1 by 2. Q is also 1 by 2 because sum of P and Q is 1. So it is 100 divided by 4. That gives you 25. Option B is the right answer. Two regression lines are perpendicular to each other. So value of R is what? 0. I have discussed this yesterday also. R is equal to 0.6, the coefficient of non-determination. Guys, coefficient of determination is R square. Coefficient of non-determination is 1 by 1 minus R square. First of all, find R. 0.6, take the square into equal, make it negative, pressing plus or minus, add 1 to it. That gives you 0.64. Option D is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. Question number 92. The sum of the squares of the difference in ranks of marks obtained in physics and chemistry by 10 students is in a test is 150. So summation d square is 150 and number of students is 10. N is equal to 10 and the coefficient of rank correlation. So it is R is equal to 1 minus 6 into summation d square. 6 into summation d square divided by n cube minus n. Take your calculator. First of all, solve the denominator. N is 10. First of all, n cube. 10 into equal to twice minus 10. Take this up. How do I take it up? Divide equal. First multiply 6 into 6. Then into summation d square is how much? 150. Make this negative because it is negative, plus or minus. Add 1 to it. The result is 0.0909. That means 0.091. That is coefficient of correlation. Have you all understood? Is it clear? So once again the calculation. First of all, n cube minus n you solve. N is 10, press into equal to twice, minus 10, take it up by pressing divide equal, then into 6 into 150, make it negative by pressing plus or minus, then add 1 plus 1. So you get 0.091. If one regression coefficient is dash unity, the other must be, if one is greater than unity, the other one must be less than unity. So which one is the right answer? Option C. For lines of regression, find bxy. First of all, you have to figure out which one is x on y equation. So by default, we have, for the sake of simplicity, you assume first line as y on x, second line as x on y. If you look at both the lines, the sign of x and y are not the same. So nature of the line definitely is from lower left to upper right. If it is lower left to upper right, r is definitely positive. R is positive, and even bxy and byx are also positive. If the signs of x and y being same had been same, so obviously the nature of the line is upper left to lower right, r would have been negative, even bxy byx would have been negative. But here in this case, both bxy byx, even r also are positive only. Now first of all, to figure out which one is x on y, which one is y on x, you have to first of all do the assumption this is y on x. From y on x equation, you have to divide x by y values 4 by 2. Divide x by y in the first equation into divide y by x from the second equation, that is 3 by 2. Now 4 divided by 2 into 3 divided by 2, press equal, then press the root to find the value of r. It is 1.732. 1.732 is out of the range. Out of range. Therefore, actual x on y is this. Actual x on y is this equation. See, for x on y equation, if you want to find bxy, for x on y, you have to take coefficient of y in the numerator and coefficient of x in the denominator. That means 2 by 4, which is 1 by 2. So first of all, we have to figure out which one is x on y. So assuming first line as y on x and second line as x on y, we got that r value is out of the range. I have discussed this shortcut in the marathon, right? How to figure out which one is x on y and which one is y on x. So to find out bxy, you first of all need to know which one is x on y. So by considering first line as y on x, second as x on y, we got to know that value of r is out of the range. Therefore, we have to reverse. The first line is actually x on y, second line is y on x. From x on y equation, if you want to find bxy, you have to take coefficient of y by coefficient of x. Sir, why didn't you consider the sign? So signs of x and y we should not consider. It's only the magnitudes of coefficient of x and y we have to consider. Have you understood? Moving on to the next question. If the coefficient of correlation between x and y is 0.5, so r value is given, covariance is 16. So definitely I have to make use of r is equal to covariance of x comma y divided by sx into sy. So the unknown here is standard deviation of y. I can interchange the position of r and sy, right? So first of all, covariance of xy is 16 divided by, divide sx, what is it? 4, divided by, it's not sy, it is r. So what is r? R is 0.5. So the result is 8. So standard deviation of y is 8. Have you understood this modification? What I have done? I have interchanged the position of r and sy because what we know is r, what we don't know is sy. So we can cross multiply them. So covariance is 16 divided by sx, that is 4, again divided by, it's not r, it's not sy, it is r. So divided by 0.5, that fetches you the value 8. Fisher's index number is dash of Laspier's and Pasch's index. It's a geometric mean of Laspier's and Pasch's index. Circular test is satisfied by which of the following index? It is simple geometric mean of price relatives and weighted aggregatives with fixed weights. So option D is the right answer. 98th one. You are asked to find Laspier's index. What is Laspier's index? Summation P1 Q naught divided by summation P naught Q naught into 100. Sir, P1 1 is not given. So if 1 is not given, they may give you in terms of n. Current year can be represented by either 1 or n. Right. So this is what is P1 Q naught. This is what is P naught Q naught. So take your calculator. It's P1 Q naught is 2000 divided by P naught Q naught is 1360 into 100. That fetches you the value 147.05. The nearest answer is 147.50, right? Option B is the right answer. 99th question. If the Laspier's index number is 250, Pasch's is 160, then what is Fisher's? It's a Laddu question. Root of L into P we have to do. What is L? L is 250 into P is 160, press equal, press the root. So Fisher's index is 200. Option A is the right answer. As the last question here in this paper, if the prices of all commodities in the base year are twice, so prices of commodities in the base year P naught is twice the values in the uh, current year. That means it is 2 times P1. So this is what is given. Then the Fisher's ideal index. What is Fisher's index? It is root of L into P. Laspier's index is summation P1 into Q naught divided by summation P naught into Q naught. Pasch's is summation P1 into Q1 divided by summation P naught into Q1. Guys, all we need to do is wherever P naught, we have to put 2 P1. So it's summation P1 Q naught divided by 2 comes out P1 Q naught. See, in place of P naught, I have plugged in 2 P1, right? So since 2 is a constant, I have taken it outside. Summation P1 Q1. Here also 2 comes out. P naught is 2 P1, so 2 comes out. So P1 Q1. If you look at summation P1 Q1, summation P1 Q1 cancel. Summation P1 Q naught, summation P1 Q naught cancel. So it's 1 by 4 under the root. Therefore, it is 1 by 2 into 100 we have to do because it's a percentage value. So it is 50. Option B is the right answer. Have you all understood? Guys, I'll solve another 100 questions, and those 100 questions, students ask me that solve May 2025 paper. So why I'm solving May 2025 paper for the next 100 questions, right? So please concentrate here. Out of 7 consonants and 4 vowels, 7 consonants and 4 vowels, how many words of 3 consonants and 2 vowels can be formed? How many words of 3 consonants and 2 vowels? These, first of all, we have to select 3 consonants from how many consonants? 7 consonants. It is 7C3. And we have to select 2 vowels from 4 vowels. How do I select? 4C2. Selection means combination. After selection, how many letters I have chosen? 3 consonants and 2 letters. 5 letters I have chosen. Now I have to form a 5-letter word. So how many words I can form? 5 factorial ways I can form the words. So all that I need to now do is 7C3 is 7 into 6 into 5 divided by 6 into 4C2 is 4 into 3 divided by 2 into what is 5 factorial? 120. That fetches me 25,200. Option C is the right answer. Have you understood? So it's not just the selection over here. After selection, you have to arrange because you need to get the words of 5 letters. So 5 factorial. Have you understood? Seema, Bharati, Priyanka, Kushbu, and Lalita are 5 speakers. The number of ways in which Seema will always speak before Bharati. So Seema before Bharati. This is how they speak, first Seema, then Bharati. Now, we cannot interchange the position of Seema and Bharati. If I interchange, Bharati speaks before Seema, that is not possible. So, these two will occur together, but I cannot reshuffle. So, this is taken as one single thing. Remaining, how many people are there? 3 people. So, 1 plus 3 is 4 people. 4 people can be arranged in 4 factorial, but reshuffling is not possible. Seema and Bharati, if I reshuffle, Bharati will speak before Seema. That is not possible. It is just a 4 factorial, which is 24 ways. Option A is the right answer. It's one of, similar question in ICAI, it is there. So we have solved that question. So refer to the ICAI exercise question video. A team of 3 persons is to be constituted from a group of 2 men and 3 women. 2 men and 3 women. In how many ways can this be done if these teams would consist of 1 man and 2 women? 1 man should be selected from 2 men in how many ways? 2C1. And 2 women must be chosen from 3 women in how many ways? 3C2. So 2C1 is 2, 3C2 is 3C1, 3C1 is 3. So 3 twos are 6 ways. Option B is the right answer. You understood. There are 2 men, there are 3 women. You need to select 1 man and 2 women. Total how many people? 3 people only, right? So 1 man must be selected from 2 men, that is 2C1, and 2 women must be selected from 3 women only, so 3C2. So 3C2 is 3C1, 3C1 is 3, 3, and 2C1 is 2, 3 twos are 6. Option B. Find the sum of n terms of AP whose nth term is 5n plus 1. So similar question we have solved yesterday also. So Tn is given. Whenever Tn is given and Sn is asked, don't find Sn, find out S2. What is S2? T1 plus T2. What is T1? 6. 5 ones are 5 plus 1 is 6. What is T2? 5 twos are 10, 10 plus 1 is 11. So S2 is 17. You understood? S2 is how much? 17. Put n is equal to 2 in the option. Whichever option gives you 17, that's the right answer. So which option? Which option? Definitely it's not A. How about the second option? 2 into 2 is 4. Definitely no. So how about the third option? 5 into 2 is how much? 5 into 2 is 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. 17 into 2, 2 get cancelled. So it is 17. So option C is the right answer. Have you understood? You have to plug in n is equal to what? 2. So option C satisfies. Similar question we have done yesterday. Yes or no? The sum of the first 3 terms of a GP is 21 by 2. Their product is 27. Which of the following is not the term of a GP? So that means to say there's only one option which is not a term among the 3 terms. So if I exclude that, remaining 3 terms are definitely the 3 terms of the GP. You understand, right? So just hit the options, guys. So they've said sum is 21 by 2, which is 10.5. 10.5. Guys, just think, use the common sense. Which term, if I consider the sum cannot be 10.5? So which term, if I consider that sum doesn't lead to what? 10.5. See, if I consider 2 by 3, 2 by 3 result is what? 0.6666. If I add that to something, definitely that will not fetch me 10.5. I mean 0.5. So try to exclude this. Assuming this itself is the right answer, this cannot be the term. So if this is not the right term among those 3 terms, these 3 must be the right terms, correct? Now check with these 3 terms. What is the sum? Sum of these 3 terms, 3 by 2 plus 3 plus 6. How much it is? 10.5. Sum is satisfied. Then the product we have to check. 3 by 2 into 3 into 6. That gives me 27. The sum and the product definitely satisfies. So that means which term cannot be the sum term among the 3 terms of the GP, it is 2 by 3. Just you have to use the common sense. 2 by 3 is 0.66. Definitely that will not fetch you 10.5. The sum of 3 terms cannot be 10.5 if I go with 2 by 3 as one of the term. Have you understood? In how many distinct permutations of letters in Mississippi when 4 I's do not come together? Guys, not together means total minus always together. Yes or no? This is the concept that we have to use, right? Always together. Now, what is it? 4 I's do not come together. First of all I's come together. How many I's are there? 4 I's. So 4 I's have to be taken as one single thing. Except I, how many letters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 letters. So 1 plus 7 is 8. So 8 letters can be arranged in 8 factorial ways. And these 4 I's can be reshuffled among themselves in 4 factorial. But picture abhi baki hai. What is it? Picture abhi baki hai. What is it? You have to take care of repetition. So repetition, we will take it as a whole, right? Now tell me total arrangements of the letters of the word Mississippi. So total letters 7 plus 4, it is 11 letters. Yes or no? Just count and confirm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So total arrangements of the letters of the word Mississippi is 11 factorial. So we have to now take care of the repetition as a whole. Now, M has it repeated? No. I has it repeated? Yes. How many times? 4 times. So 4 factorial. I have to divide. Then, except I, yes has repeated how many times? 2 plus 2, 4 times. So 4 factorial again I have to divide. And then P has repeated twice. So 2 factorial I have to divide. Now just do the calculation. 11 factorial. 11 into 10 into 9 into 8 factorial. What is 8 factorial? 40,320. Store it by pressing M plus. Next, 8 factorial is 40,320 into 4 factorial is 24. Store it by pressing M minus MRC. Then divide by 24. Again divide by 24. Again divide by 2 factorial is what? 2. That fetches me how much? 33,810. Option D is the right answer. Have you all understood? Guys, moving on to the next question. Moving on to the next question. Question is find the sum of this series up to 6 terms. Guys, how many terms we have to consider? 6 terms. So 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4. So it's what kind of a series it is? It's a GP series. Yes or no? Because there is a common ratio of 1 by 2. So A is equal to 1, R is equal to 1 by 2. So we need to find sum of 6 terms. So formula is since R is less than 1, it's A into 1 minus R power n divided by 1 minus R. This is what the formula I must be using. Now, first of all, solve this. R value is 1 divided by 2 into power is 6. That means we have to press equal to 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make it negative, plus or minus. Add 1 plus 1 into A. What is A? 1. Divided by. What is 1 minus R, guys? 1 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2 only, which is nothing but 0.5, which is 1.96875. Which option is correct? Look at the first option. 63 divided by 32. That is only the right answer. Option A. Have you understood? Let's moving on to the next question. Which of the following relation is transitive but not reflexive for the set 3, 4, 6? Guys, which of the following relation is transitive but not reflexive? So 3, 4, 6. Option A, if you look at it, definitely it is not reflexive. For it to be reflexive, 3, 3, 4, 4, 6, 6 should be there. It is not there. See, option B ruled out. Why? Why option B is ruled out? Because 1 and 2 are not there among the elements of the set S. Have you understood? Now, if I look for this, I can take this as A comma B, this as B comma C. So then what is A comma C? 3 comma 6. So A comma C is present. Definitely it is transitive. Yes or no? But not reflexive. For it to be reflexive, 3 comma 3, 4 comma 4 and even 6 comma 6 must be present. So clearly it's option. It is transitive. How come? A comma B is there, B comma C is there, even A comma C, 3 comma 6 is also present among the ordered pairs in the relation. Therefore, it is transitive. Have you understood? It is transitive but not reflexive. Set A given, set B given, set C given. We need to find A minus B union C. First of all, what is A? 1, 2, 3, 4. What is B union C? B union C means we have to take the union of all these elements. That means 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. These are the elements. Now, what do you mean by something minus, I mean, elements in the first set minus elements in the second set? Elements present in the first set but not present in the second set. 1 is definitely not present in the second set. 3 is present, 4 is also present, 2 is present, but 1 is not present. Therefore, option C is the right answer. Have you all understood? Elements present in the first set, not present in the second set. Clearly, it is 1. Let's look at the next question. Range of this function f of x equal to 3x minus 2. So what do you mean by range? If I put any value for x, x can be any real numbers. What happens to the function f of x? If I put x value as minus infinity, f of x also becomes minus infinity. If I put x value as plus infinity, f of x also becomes plus infinity. That means to say the function ranges between minus infinity and plus infinity. Have you understood? Moving on to the next question, guys. Limit x tends to 4, x square minus 2x minus 8 divided by x minus 4. If you put x value as equal to 4 straight away, x square is 16, 2 4s are 8, minus 8 divided by 4 minus 4. It becomes 0 by 0, which is indeterminate. Whenever it comes to indeterminate form, what you guys have to do basically is uh, factorize this numerator. So how do I factorize this numerator? It's minus 8. So how do I factorize minus 8? I should get minus 2 as the middle term by adding the two terms. So definitely it is, what is it? Minus 4 and plus 2. If I add these two, I'll get minus 2. If I multiply these two, I get minus 8. So the factors in the numerator will be x minus 4 into x plus 2. These are the factors. Is this clear? Now x minus 4 can be cancelled. Now put x equal to 4 in this. 4 plus 2 is how much? 6. 4 plus 2 is how much? 6. So option D is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question. Insert four numbers between 2 and 22. Between 2 and 22, we have to insert how many numbers? Four numbers, so that the resulting sequence is in AP. So guys, you have to just hit the options. See, are these four terms in AP first of all? They are in AP, but the common difference is how much? 4. But if I plug in 4, 8, 12, 16, here you see the difference is 2, it's not 4. So complete sequence should become an AP, so it's not option A. If I hit option D, 6, 10, 14, 18, will there be a common difference in the entire sequence? Yes, plus 4, plus 4, plus 4, plus 4, plus 4. So it forms a complete AP, right, with a common difference. That means option D is the right answer. Have you all understood? Let's moving on to the next question. F dash of x is given. F dash of x is given. You are asked to find f of minus 3 is also given. You are asked to find f of x. All right. So please understand, whenever f dash of x is given, if you are asked to find f of x, you have to integrate f dash of x. Integration of 12x square minus 4x. Just tell me what is it? 12 integration of x square is x cube by 3. 4 integration of x is x square by 2 plus c. This is what is f of x. But the thing is, how do I find out c? So they've said f of minus 3. Wherever x you have to put minus 3. So minus 3 the whole cube is minus 27. So 12 into minus 27 divided by 3. 4 minus 4 into minus 3 the whole square is 9 divided by 2 plus c. Now please substitute f of minus 3, it is 17. Yeah, 12 into 27 divided by 3 negative, so m minus. 4 into 9 by 2 negative, so m minus mrc, it's minus 114, right? Plus c. Minus 114 goes to the other side, becomes positive 114. 114 plus 17, that becomes 131. It becomes 131, isn't it? Have I made a mistake over here? Once again, the calculation. Yeah. So f of, first of all, 12 outside, x squared integration is x cubed by 3, 4 outside, integration of x is x squared by 2, plus c it is. F of minus 3 is 17, so plug in 17. So now 12 into 27 divided by 3 negative, so m minus 4 into 9 divided by 2 negative, m minus mrc, so it's minus 126. So minus 126 becomes 126 on this side, 126 plus 17 becomes 143. So c value is 143. Now what is f of x? It's 3 ones are 3 fours are 4x cube, 4 ones are 4, 2 ones are 2 twos are 2x square, plus c value is what? 143. So f of x is 4x cube minus 2x square plus 143. That is option A is the right answer. Have you all understood? Guys, moving on to the next question. Moving on to the next question, you need to find dy by dx. X is given, so it's a parametric differentiation. So dy by dx, differentiate y function first to get the numerator. Derivative of e power t is e power t only. A derivative of e power minus t is minus e power minus t. Already there is a minus sign, becomes what? Plus e power minus t divided by 2, because it's a constant. For denominator, exact, I mean, you have to differentiate the second, I mean, the x function. So derivative of e power t is e power t. Derivative of e power minus t is minus e power minus t divided by 2. 2 will get cancelled, or you can keep 2 as it is, because if you look at the option, they have asked you to express in terms of x and y. Look at e power t plus e power minus t by 2, which is nothing but x, correct? Look at e power t minus e power minus t by 2, it is nothing but y. So the answer is x by y. Option B is the right answer. Have you all understood? So if you look at the option, options are given in terms of x and y. So if you look at the numerator on differentiation, the numerator is x, denominator is y. As the next question, what is the differential function? That means you have to find the derivative of this. See, root gets the priority. Everything except the root is taken as x. Looks like root x. Derivative of root x is 1 by 2 root x. What is my x? X square plus 2. But whatever I've underlined has to be differentiated. Derivative of x square is what? 2x. Derivative of 2 is 0. 2x plus 0 is 2x only. So 2 and 2 will get cancelled. The answer is x divided by root of x square plus 2. So option B is the right answer. Identify the next number in the following series. Guys, what did I say? What did I say? Observe the numbers, observe the numbers properly. If you look at 122, 212, they are very close to the perfect cube set. 122 is 5 cube minus 3. 212 is 6 cube minus 4, because 216 is 6 cube, minus 4 is 212. And if you see, this is what? 4 cube minus 2. If you can observe, it is cube minus 2, cube minus 3, cube minus 4. Next number should be 7 cube minus 5. You only got the pattern, right? So 7 cube is 343 minus 5, which is 338. So that means option B is the right answer. Is moving on to the next question. So find the missing number. This is what we need to find. So I told you how to check whether it is the sum pattern or the uh, I mean, addition pattern or multiplication pattern. Feed the last but one number in the calculator. 294 into 2 you do. It is 588. It is more than the last number. So definitely it is addition pattern. So how to check? 418 question mark 100 180 294 448. Guys, getting the pattern for the first two numbers is very difficult. I mean, only one difference you will get. So try to obtain the differences from third number onwards. What's the difference here? 80. What's the difference here? 294 minus 180 is 114. Yes or no? And 294 plus what is 448? 448 minus 294 gives you 154. Now, have you got the pattern? No. So what you have to do? 80 plus what is 114? It is 80 plus 34. 114 plus what is 154? It is 40. As you can see here, the difference has increased by what? 6. So the previous difference should be 6 less than 34, which is 28. That means what plus 28 is 80? It should be 52 over here. Now, 100 plus 80 is 180. So 18, this number plus what is plus, see, what should be this number, so that that number, when it is added with 52, it should give you what? 100. It should give you what? 100. So what is that number? It is 48. Is it not? 48 plus 52 is what is 100. Have you all understood? Now just check with this for the differences. 4 to 18 is 14. 18 to 48, what is the difference? 18 to 48, what is the difference? Let me write the difference over here, because the first series of differences I have written here. So it's 14. 18 to 48 is how much? It is 30. Yes or no? So 14, 30, 52. Get the first series of difference. It is 16. Next it is 22. So 16 plus 22 plus 28. So differences are increasing. So clearly the number over here should have been how much? 48. Have you understood? Is it clear? So two series of differences you have to go with. Clear? Right. Let's now move on to the next question. It's integration question. Guys, it's a linear factor. Whenever a linear factor has a power, you can consider the linear factor itself as x, looks like x square. Integration of x square as x cube divided by 3 plus c. So there's no plus c because it is definite integral. So limits are 2 to 4. But picture abhi baki hai. So what is in place of brackets? 3x minus 2. Picture abhi baki hai. Coefficient of x should get divided. So coefficient of x here is 3. So 3 should get divided. Have you understood? Now this 3 3s are 9. So apply the upper limit first. 3 4s are 12. 12 minus 2 is 10. 10 the cube is 1000. 1000 divided by 9. Minus lower limit is 2, 3 2s are 6, 6 minus 2 is 4, 4 cube is 64 divided by 9. So 1000 minus 64 divided by 9, that fetches us 104. Option A is the right answer. Have you understood? So all this I have discussed the one liners for this kind of integration in the marathon videos. Yes, guys, the next question, it is th C is coded as G. C is the third letter, G is the seventh letter, so it's plus 4. H is coded as L. So H is coded as L means it's again plus 4. 4 is coded as 8, again it is plus 4. I is coded as M. I is ninth letter, M is again it's plus 4. R is 18 and V is 22, so plus 4. So it's a plus 4 pattern. 1 plus 4 is 5, and n plus 4, n is 14 plus 4 is 18, that is r. So 5r comes in option C. So option C is the right answer. Have you understood? Question number 20. A certain code 564 means all the best. See, look at what is the question asked. Which of the following is the code for luck? Yes, where do you have luck in the question? Best of luck. Even in best of luck, you have a luck. Even in all is luck, you have a luck. So 736 and 423. So what's the common thing? Here luck is common. Here luck is common. So in this code also, what is common? 3 is common. Therefore, luck basically means 3. Have you understood? Easy. So luck is found in two of the codes. Luck is found in two of the code. One is 736 and 423. So here is luck. Here also there is luck. So common digit in 736 and 423 is 3. So 33 is what is luck. Have you understood? Option C. A man is facing northwest. Man is facing northwest. That means this side, isn't it? Now he turns 90-degree clockwise. Whenever there's a description about clockwise and anti-clockwise, what you have to do? Total clockwise and total anti-clockwise, you have to take clockwise 90, 180 degree, and anti-clockwise 90 degree in the same. That means anti-clockwise is 180 plus 90, clockwise is 90. So when you subtract 90, 90 cancel, so it's effectively 180 degree remaining. The difference we have to take, we have solved similar question yesterday also. So 180 degree is the difference, and which direction I have to attach? The greater one is anti-clockwise, so 180 degree anti-clockwise. Yes, from northwest anti-clock, 180 degree is exactly the opposite direction. You can take clockwise or anti-clockwise, it comes down to the same direction. Yes or no? Because it is 180. Clockwise or anti-clockwise comes out to be the same. So finally is southeast. So what is the answer? Option C. Have you understood? Moving on to the next question. Rajani walked how much? Rajani walked to 20 meter towards north. So from the starting position, she walked 20 meter towards north. Then she turned to the right and walked 30. Right is right only, walked 30. Then she turns right. Right is downwards and walked 35. Walked 30. This is 20. And then she turns left. Left is our right. How much distance she went? 15 meters. Then finally she turned to the left. Left is upwards. How many meters? 15 meters. Don't you think this is also 15? Yeah. Now, so what is the question? In which direction and how many meters she is from the starting point? From the starting point, she is exactly in line. So this is 30 and this is 15. 30 plus 15 is 45 meters east. The answer is option D. From the starting point, she is 45 meter towards the right of starting point. This is the final point actually, exactly in line towards the right, that is east. Distance is 30 plus 15, 45 is the answer. Guys, moving on to the next question. Find out the odd man out from the following numbers. Guys, if you are not comfortable in descending order, let me write in ascending order. 4, 11, 25, 46, 109, 221, and 445. What did I say? To confirm whether it is addition pattern or multiplication pattern, what you guys have to do? What you guys have to do? It is last but one number in the calculator, 221 into 2. So what it is? 442. It is less than the last number. Definitely it's a multiplication pattern. Now tell me, 221 into 2 is 442 plus 3 I should do. Yes or no? Into 2 plus 3. 109 into 2 is 118 plus 3. So we got the pattern. It is into 2 plus 3. Yes or no? It is into 2 plus 3. So now apply the same thing. 4 into 2 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 into 2 is 22 plus 3 is 25. 25 into 2 is 50 plus 3 is 53. So what they have given is 46. So 46 is the odd man out. What should have been there? 53 should have been there. Again, 53 into 2 is 100. Sorry, 106 plus 3 is 109. This will satisfy. So 46 doesn't satisfy the pattern into 2 plus 3. Therefore, the odd man out is 46. Have you all understood? Let's moving on to the next question. Two cars start from opposite places on a highway. There's a highway. They start from opposite places. Let's say car A, car B. Car B in this direction, car A in this direction. What's the initial distance between them? It is 150 meters distance between them. All right. Now, what have they said? First car runs for 25 kilometers. First car, let's say A is the first car, runs for 25 kilometers and turns right. So, right, first car runs for 25 kilometers and turns right. Right is downwards, goes how many meters? 15 meters. This is 25, then 15 downwards. Is it clear? It then turns to the left. Left is R, right, because going towards south, and runs another 25 kilometers. 25 kilometers, right? And then takes the direction back to reach the main road. That means it comes over here. So that's it. This is what is the final position of the first car. I'll mark it as A dash. All right. So what is this distance? 15. Going back to the main road, it will have to travel 15 kilometers. Meanwhile, due to minor breakdown, the other car has run only 35 kilometers along the main road. That means it has gone only 35 kilometers. That's it. This is what is the final position of B. So B has traveled only, the second car has traveled only 35 kilometers. Now the question is what would be the distance between the two cars at this point? That means this distance, A dash and B dash distance we have to find out. So first of all, tell me A to A dash, it is how much distance? 100 kilometers, right? I mean 50 kilometers. This is 35. 50 plus 35 is 85. So from 150, we just have to subtract this distance and this distance. So 100 minus 150 minus 85. So 150 minus 85, that fetches you 65 kilometers. So option A is the right answer. That is what gives you the distance between A dash and B dash, which is 65 kilometers. Have you all understood? There's the next question. Some boys are sitting in 3 rows. Some boys are sitting in 3 rows. facing north. All of them are facing north. All the rows, boys are facing north only, such that A is in the middle row. A is in the middle row. Okay. P is just to the right of A. So P is just to the right of A. Okay. But in this same row. So A and P are in the same row. All right. Q is just behind of P. That means Q should be behind P. Right. And then while R is north of A, so R should be above A. So now question is, in which direction of R is Q? With respect to R, Q is basically downward and right. That means southeast is the answer. With respect to R, where is Q? Q is southeast. 26th question, guys, there's a mistake in this question. They've said 7 persons, namely H, I, J, K, L, M, and O, are sitting in a straight line facing north direction. Total 3 number of persons are there between H and N. They're saying that between H and N, there are 3 members. Both N and H sit at the extreme side, they have said. H and N are at the extremes, total 7%. That means there should be 5% between them. So this is actually wrong. So there's a mistake in this question. Right? Let's not waste our time in solving that question. So ICA has to award what? The grace mark for this kind of questions. Question number 27. At a crossing, there was a direction pole. There was a direction pole. This is north pole. This is east. This is west. This is south. This is what is a normal direction pole. But the thing is, but due to the wind, it turns in such a manner that now the west pointer is showing south. So west pointer is actually showing what? South. West pointer is showing south. So I'll write final thing. This is what is showing as final thing in red, right? And if this is south, this will be north. If this is north, this will be east. This will be west. Yes or no? From north, 90-degree clockwise is east. Have you understood? The thing is, uh, Harish went in the wrong direction thinking that he was traveling towards east. He was traveling towards what direction? East. So, this is what is the final thing after what? Due to the wind, the direction pole changed its direction. He thought that he is going toward what direction? East direction. That means this is what is he's going. So actually, he's not going towards east. He's actually going towards south. You understood? The answer for this question is option A, south. Is it clear? Next question. In a class, there are 7 students, including boys and girls, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. They sit on 3 benches, 1, 2, 3. How many benches are there? 3 benches, 1, 2, and 3. Now, such that at least 2 students on each bench. There should be minimum of 2 students in each bench, and at least 1 girl should be on each bench. There should be 1 girl on each bench. All right, that's a condition. C, who is a girl student, does not sit with A, E, or D. C does not sit with A, E, or D. Right? Okay. C is a girl. That means circle. Right? F is a boy student, sits only with B. F and B sit together. F and B sit together. A sits on the bench 1. So A sits on bench 1 with his best friends. With his best friends, they are saying that means A is a male. Correct? A is a male. Now, uh, definitely, F is the boy student sit with only B, they have said. F and B sit together, right? F and B only should sit in one of the row. They have said who sits in the third row? G sits in the third bench. So G is in the third bench. That means F and B must sit in second bench only. Why not in first bench or last bench? They clearly said F is a boy student, sits with only B. That means F and B must sit in one of the bench. That's it. So that means F and B must sit in this bench. F is a boy student, sits with B. That means B must be a girl student. Why? Because there should be at least one student who is a girl, right? So if F is a boy, B has to be a girl. Now, who's G sits with? G sits on bench 3. E is the brother of C. E is the brother of C. So where will E and C sit? E is a male member. E is a male member. male member and brother of C. Now, they've clearly said that E cannot sit with E. E cannot sit with C. That means E has to be placed above. Correct? C has to be placed along with G. Correct? C is a girl student. C is a girl student. Now, A sit with is two friends. Who are those two friends? Who are those two friends? E is one of the student, and who has to be placed in one of the bench? That means D. So D cannot be placed in third bench. Why? Because C cannot sit with D. So D has to be placed in the first bench. Why not D in the second bench? The F and B sit, F sits only with B. If D is placed in the second bench, obviously that condition will not be met. So that means D has to be a female. D has to be a female. Why? Because at least one female student should be there. The question now is, which of the following is a group of girls? So D is definitely a girl, B is a girl, C is a girl. So B, C, D is the answer. We are not sure about the gender of G, so we cannot confirm on that, right? 29th question, five boys A, B, C, D, E are sitting in a row, right? A is to the right of B. Is it a sure statement? No. And E is to the left of B, not a sure statement. But to the right of C, not a sure statement. A is to the left of D, not a sure statement. None of the statements are sure. So what do? You pick a person referred in more statement. Who is referred in more statement? A is referred in more statements. I'll take A. With respect to A, what are the statements? A is to the right of B. That means B should be left of A. Now, A and B are marked. Leave a gap and mark. So we are not sure whether A and B are immediate neighbors or not. E is to the left of B. So leave a gap and mark E to the left of B. And but refers to the first person. First person here is E. E is to the right of C. That means C should be left of E. Next, A is to the left of D. So that means D should be right of A. This is what is the exact positioning of the five people. Who is second from the left end? From the left end, second person is E. So therefore, the answer is option D. Is this clear, everybody? Yes, moving on to the next question. Six friends, P, Q, R, S, T, U, are sitting around a hexagonal table. So this is a hexagonal table. Now, pick for the short statement. P is second left of U. So U, I place it, the reference person I place at the bottom because facing the center means obviously facing north. The person at the bottom will definitely face a north. So why north facing? Because left is left only, right is right only for the north facing person. P is second left of Q. So obviously first left is this side and second left is this. Obviously P is over here. Now find the statement connected to P, U, Q is the neighbor of R and S. Q is the neighbor of R and S means Q, R, S must occupy the three positions. That means Q is the neighbor of R and S means R and S must sit in these two positions. Which two position? This and this. So where should be R and where should be S? Regarding S, there is one statement. What is it? T is second to the left of S. If I position S here, then only I can position T second to the left of S over here. That means to say S is actual S position is here and R's position is over here. Understood? This is what is the six correct positioning of those six people. Which one is sitting opposite to P? Who is sitting opposite to P? S. Option D is the right answer. Have you understood? Guys, moving on to the next question. Question number 31. A, B, C, D, and E are sitting on a bench. A is sitting next to B. A is sitting next to B. Is it a sure statement? It's not a sure statement. Next to B could be immediate left or immediate right. C is sitting next to D. Immediate left or immediate right? We are not sure. D is not sitting with E. Who is on the left end? Who refers to the second person? E is on the left end. That means four persons are to the right of E. All right. Now, with respect to E, what statement is that they have made? A is to the right of B and E. A is to the right of B and E. So, if B is here, A can be placed over here, right? Possibility is there? Yes. Then A and C are sitting together. That means C must be definitely here. And then regarding D, what have they said? D is not sitting with E. So definitely D will sit with C. Have you understood? C is on the second position from the right end. Even that is also satisfied. C is on the second position from the right end. In what position A is sitting? A is sitting between B and C. Between B and C, A is sitting. Option B. Have you understood? Guys, moving on to the next question. Pointing to the photograph, person in the photograph actually. So person in the photograph is a reference one and Rajesh is a speaker. Guys, it is within the quotes. He means Rajesh. So not Rajesh actually, the person. He is the person in the photograph is Arav. His name is Arav. And he is the son. He is whatever comes after is has to be marked within the bracket. Who is he? He is a son. Break here because of wording is there. Son to someone, that someone should be above. Who is that someone? Only daughter of only daughter. I have to split at only daughter. The reason being the word is of, right? So only daughter. This lady whom I have marked as only daughter should be a only daughter to someone. That someone is father of my brother. Who is father of my brother? My father only. Father of my brother is also my father. Yes or no? My father is here. Who is me here in the question? Me is the speaker. The speaker is Rajesh. Rajesh is saying my father is here. Definitely Rajesh should be a brother too. Only daughter whom I have marked. Me means Rajesh. Now the question is, how is Rajesh related to Arav? To Arav, Rajesh is maternal uncle, mother's brother. Yes or no? So option D is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question, 33rd. Next question, 33rd. What is it? Which of the following means that K is a maternal mother-in-law of M? Guys, take one option at a time. M9N. M9N. 9 is over here. The first person is husband of P. M is husband of N. M is husband of N. Next two persons are N3K. N3K. So 3 in the first statement, the first person is the mother of second person. N is a mother of K. Done. Next, N is a mother of K. Done. Next, K4J. K4J. 4 in the second statement. A is a brother of P. That means K is the brother of J. Now they have said K is mother-in-law of M. K is a male. Male cannot be a mother-in-law. Therefore, option A is not the right answer. Let's check option B now. M9N. So M9N is the same figure. That means this, right? M9N means 9 is husband. 9 means husband. First person is husband of second person. Now, N5K. 5 means daughter. So N is daughter of K. So that means K should be above. K3J. 3 means mother. K is a mother of J. That means J should be sibling to N. Look at this. K is mother-in-law of M. Definitely for M, N is a wife. Wife's mother is mother-in-law only. That means option B is the right answer. Have you all understood? Moving on to the next question. Where T are the members of the family consisting of how many children? Two children. One of whom is T is a boy. Q and R are brothers. Q and R are brothers. Q and R are brothers. Q is an engineer. Okay, Q is an engineer. E is a doctor married to one of the brothers. Could be Q or could be R, we don't know. But here they've said W is married to R. So W is married to R. That means E, the doctor, should be married to one of the brother, means it should be Q only. So that means E, the doctor, has to be a female. Correct? E, the doctor, should be a female. Now, what they have said, Y is their child, only child. Who is their only child? Y is whose only child? W and R's only child is Y. That means Y. And then obviously there is one more child, two children in the family. One among them is Y. There's one more child in the family, that is T. T is a boy. That should be, I mean, that boy should be a child to whom? Obviously E and Q, because R and W have only one child. So T is a boy. That means Y should be a. Now, do we know why? We don't know the gender of Y. Okay. How is T related to Q? To Q, how is T related? T is the son to Q. Option D is the right answer. Have you understood? T is the son to Q. Look at the next question. K is the son of A's mother's sister. First of all, A, A's mother over here. A's mother's sister is here, and A's mother's sister's son is K. K is over here. Have you understood? Moving on. Q is the daughter of D. So Q is a daughter of D. D here and Q over here. So we don't know as with respect to A's mother and sister, where is Q and D? We don't know. Who is the father of G? That means D is the father of G. That means G and Q are siblings. Next, and the grandfather of A, and refers to first person. So who is the first person? Q is the grandfather of A. So Q is the grandfather of A. That means who is the father of G and grandfather. That means D is the father of A, sorry, father of G and grandfather of A. That means D should be over here. That means grandfather of A, D should be above. All right. And what next? P is the daughter of H. P is the daughter of H, and who is the grandmother of K. Grandmother of K means definitely above the sister. So K is the grandmother. All right. K is the grandmother. D is the husband of H. D is the husband of H. So it should not be D over here. It should be Q over here. D is the husband of H. Uh, D is the husband of H, and G is the husband of L. G is the husband of L. G is the husband of L. That means L is the female member. What is the question they have asked? How is P related to Q, right? How is P related to Q? So guys, you need not draw so much of uh, thing for such questions. What to do? Look at what is asked. How is P related to Q? That's what is asked, right? So find out the statement connected to P and Q. So what are the statement connected to P and Q? Regarding P, P they have said daughter of H. P is a daughter of H. All right. Now find out the statement and look at the statement connected to H. Uh, H is husband of D. H is husband of D. So D is a female. Then find the statement connected to Q. How Q is connected? Q is a daughter of D. So Q is a daughter of D. All right. Now that's what they're asking. So they're asking how is P related to Q? P and Q are siblings. You need not draw the figure and waste your time over here whenever the question is so lengthy like this. So always figure out what is asked. How is P related to Q? Otherwise, they have not said. They have said what uh, H, the husband of L, all those things. It's complicated. Grandfather of A, all those things. So what you do, see what is asked. As per that, you try to get the figure so you can save time over here. P is related to Q. That's what they have asked to find out the statement connected to P. P is a daughter of H. Below H, P should be. P is a daughter of H. Now, with respect to H, what's the statement? D is husband of H. D is husband of H. So H is female actually. D should be a male. D is husband of H. Then what next? What is the statement connected to Q? Q is a daughter of D. So Q is a daughter of D. So that means P and Q both are siblings because they are the children of H and D. That means the answer is option B. You understood? Moving on to the next question. Guys, these kind of questions are very common. We have solved a lot of questions. So what to do? Pick the last statement. G at the rate T hash P. At the rate means where's the statement? A at the rate B. A at the rate B. So at the rate B means A is mother of B. A is mother of B. G at the rate T means G is mother of G is mother of T. T hash P. Second, next two pair of people are T hash P. Hash is in the first statement. First person is father of second person. T is the father of P. As per the question, they're asking which option is correct. G is mother of P. Is G is mother of P? No. Option A is not the right one. P is father of T. Is P a father of T? Definitely no. T is son of G, they have said. Definitely T is son of G. Option C is the right answer. T is definitely son of G. 37th question. Frequency density corresponding to a class interval for the continuous frequency distribution is the ratio of class frequency to the class length. That means option B. 38th question. The curve obtained by joining the points whose x coordinates are upper limits of the class interval and y coordinates are the cumulative frequencies So it is ogive. Whenever you come across cumulative frequency, it is definitely ogives. Guys, how many workers got more than 300? What they have given is LCF. What they have asked is MCF. Guys, you know LCF plus MCF is always equal to capital N. In the LCF, the last cumulative frequency is only capital N. So they are asking us to find MCF. It is N minus LCF. So they are asking more than 300. So capital N is 90, less than 300. You see how many are less than 300? 65. 90 minus 65 is 25. Option A is the right answer. Guys, question number 40. The mode of continuous frequency distribution can be determined graphically from. So definitely it is a histogram. Mode can be determined graphically from histogram. 41st, the population comprises of 5 members, so capital N is equal to 5. The number of possible sample size is 2, that means N is equal to 2. That can be drawn from it with replacement. Guys, without replacement is NCN, with replacement is N power N. N is 5 and small n is 2. It is 25 samples we can draw. So this number of samples with replacement, it is capital N power small n. Without replacement, NCN, capital N, C, small n. Which of the following statements about simple random sampling is not true? See, simple random sampling is effective only when the population size is small, but the sample size is sufficiently large and it should be homogeneous. So it is option C. Simple random sampling is highly effective when the population size is very large and heterogeneous. This is not the point connected to what simple random sampling. So they're asking which is not true. True is population should be size should be lesser and it should be homogeneous. False is a very population size is very high and heterogeneous. Therefore, option C is the right answer. Frequency curve which starts with minimum frequencies and then gradually reaches its maximum frequency. That means it is like this. So it is what shaped? It is J shaped. The law of statistical regularity says that we have discussed this in the regular class, even in the marathon. A large sample drawn at random from a population would possess the characteristic of the population on an average. This is very, very important. On an average. Option C is the right answer. Guys, they're asking us to find the average speed. What's the formula for average speed? 2AB divided by A plus B. A value is 500, B value is 700. Take your calculator. 2 into 500 into 700 divided by 500 plus 700 is 1200. That fetches you how much? 583.333. That means option B is the right answer. 46th question. The arithmetic mean and geometric mean of two numbers are given. AM is 6.5, GM is 6. So always check GM, not the AM. Don't waste your time in checking AM for all the options. So first of all, if GM is not satisfied, no need to check for AM. What is GM, guys? GM is root of A into B. 6 into 7 is 42. Root 42 is definitely not 6. So GM is not 6 for this. If I hit second option, 9 into 4 is 36. Root 36 is 6. So GM is 6 for option B. And what is AM? 9 plus 4 divided by 2. 13 by 2 is 6.5. Both AM and GM are satisfied with option B. Guys, 47th question. Which of the following is not a method of dispersion? So it is concurrent deviation method. See, standard deviation, quartile deviation, mean deviation, range, all these are methods of dispersion. Next question, the coefficient of variation we need to find. So what is CV? Actually, SD by AM into 100. SD by AM into 100. So what is SD? SD is given. AM is not given directly. What is AM? It is summation fx by capital N. Yes or no? It's 280 is summation fx divided by capital N is 14. That fetches me how much? 20. So it is 3 by 20 into 100. So 3 divided by 20 into 100, that fetches 15. So therefore, CV is option B. Look at 49th question. The coefficient of range for the above data. What is coefficient of range? It's L minus S divided by L plus S into 100. So what is the largest observation among the given observations? Largest is 2000 and the smallest observation over here is minus 400 is the smallest. Now take your calculator. Largest is 2000, minus 400 is 2400 and L plus S becomes 1600 into 100. So 2400 divided by 1600 into 100, that gives 150. So option B is the right answer. Moving on, in tabulation, the source of data, if any, is shown in. The source of data has to be shown in footnote. 51st, the mean of the frequency distribution is given to be 2.6. So what is mean of frequency distribution? Summation fx by capital N. What is capital N? Summation f. Correct? Now that is given to be how much? 2.6. We need to find the value of y. That means missing frequency. So where is y? Y is an option. So do option hitting. So if I hit first option 16, y becomes how much? 16. Y becomes how much? 16. Take your calculator, first solve the denominator. You have summation involved in both numerator as well as denominator. So first solve the denominator, use memory for that. Solve the numerator, use equal to GT for that. Everybody, 8 plus 10 plus 16. Why we are hitting 16? Plus 2 plus 4. Don't press equal for the denominator, press m plus straight away. So it comes out to be 40. No need to write that on paper. Now go to f into x. 1 into 8 press equal. For the numerator, we have to use equal to GT. 10 into 2 equals. Then 16 into 3 equals. Then 2 into 4 equals. Then 4 into 5 equals. Then press GT divided by MRC. Divided by MRC and then press equal. It is 2.6. So the missing value y is nothing but 16 only. As the next question, which one of the following measures of central tendency is based on only middle 50% of the values? It is median or partitions. Median and or partitions will take only middle 50% of the values. Actually, median will take only a middlemost value, but since median being one of the partitions, so you can take median as the answer. The arithmetic mean and the mode of the data are given. So this is x bar and this is mode. We need to find the median. Relationship is mode is equal to 3 median minus 2 mean. We need to find what? Median. So mode plus 2 mean is equal to 3 median. 3 goes to the denominator. So this is what is the thing. Now 2 into mean. 2 into what is the mean? 32. Plus mode is 26 divided by 3. That gives you 30. Option A is the right answer. Have you all understood? Moving on to the next question, find out the mode from the following data. Find out the mode from the following data. The most repeated value itself is the mode. So 125 is only repeated over here. Therefore, the mode is 125. Let's do question. Which of the following is the absolute measure of dispersion for open-ended distribution? So for open-ended distribution, definitely it is a quartile deviation because quartiles take only middle 50% of the values. It will not take extreme values. So therefore, open-end classes, quartile deviation is only most suitable. Have you all understood? Is it clear? Now moving on to the next question. Moving on to the next question. The question is question number 56. The number is selected from first 20 natural numbers. Find the probability that it would be divisible by 3 or 7. If it is divisible, wait, divisible by 3 is the first event A, divisible by 7 is the second event B. What separates the two events is or means union. So which is nothing but P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. Now what is P of A? Everybody, P of A 20 divided by 3, which is 20 divided by 3 gives us 6.66. That means we should take only the integral value 6 out of 20 numbers. 20 divided by 7, 20 divided by 7 gives you 2.85, but I should take only the integral value 2 out of 20. Now, 3 and 7's LCM. So 20 divided by LCM of 3 and 7 is 21. You get 0 point something. The integral value is 0. So nothing is to be taken. So 8 divided by 20. So what is 8 divided by 20? That gives you 0.4. Which option? Option D is the right answer. Is this clear, everybody? Now moving on to the next question is whenever the question is lengthy, take the last part of the question. What shall be the probability of at least one of them survive another 5 years? So how many people are there? There are 3 people. One is Kailash, Harish and Prakash. Their survival probabilities for the next 5 years they have given. This is P of A. This is P of B. This is P of C. What will be these probabilities? These are A intersection B. This is B intersection C. This is A intersection C, and this is P of A intersection B intersection C. That means all of them surviving for another 3 years. So you know the formula. The first three things we have to add. That means 4 divided by 5m plus 3 divided by 5m plus 1 divided by 2m plus MRC. 1.9 you get. And the next three things we have to subtract. Which three things we have to subtract? 0.46. So minus 1 minus 0.46. Next minus 0.32. Next minus 0.48. Minus 0.48. Then finally we have to add plus 0.26. That fetches me how much? 0.9. That is what is at least one. I mean, at least one of them, P of A union B union C. That's what I have done. So option D, 9 by 10. Have you understood? Moving on to the next question. Question number 88. Two dice are thrown simultaneously. Find the probability that the sum of digits on the two dice would be 8 or more. So 8 or more means it could be 8 or 9 or 10 or 11 or 12. So for some 7 onwards, after 7, the favorable outcomes are 13 minus the sum. 13 minus 8 is 5 favorable outcomes out of 36, or means plus. For 9, 13 minus 9 is 4 out of 36. This is 3 out of 36. For 11, 13 minus 11 is 2, 2 out of 36. This is 1 by 36. So 5 plus 4, 9, 9 plus 3, 12, 12 plus 2, 14, 14 plus 1 is 15 by 36. Is it? Sum of the digits is 8 or more. So it is 15 by 36. That is 3 5s are 3 12s are. Option D is the right answer. Have you all understood? It's 5 by 12. Moving on to the next question. Two cards are drawn from pack of 52 cards. How many cards? Two cards are drawn. The probability that one is a spade and one is a heart. First card being a spade, what's the probability? Uh, 13 spades are there, 13C1, and 1 is a heart. How many hearts are there? One heart. So 13 hearts are there. We have to select one heart. So 13C1 into 13C1 is 13 into 13, which is 169. And this is N of A. This is N of A. What is N of S? Two cards are drawn at random. That means 52C2 it is. So what is 52C2? 52 into 51 divided by 2 factorial, which is 1326. Now the probability is 169 divided by 1326. That gives me a probability as 0.127. Which option gives you 0.127? 3 divided by 20? No. 29 by 34? Definitely no. 47 divided by 100? No. 13 divided by 102? Yes, 0.127. So option D is the right answer. Moving on to the next question, question number 60. Find the probability that the problem is solved. Problem is given to how many people? 5 people. So solving probability is definitely independent. Yes or no? If one person solve, can you say other person cannot solve? Can you say other person can solve? They are independent events. Yes or no? So a probability that the problem is solved means at least one solving the problem. At least one solving the problem. Then only the problem is said to be uh, solved. Solving the problem. What do you mean by at least one? Whenever they are independent, always change at least one to 1 minus probability of none solving the problem. Yes, what do you mean by none solving the problem? A solves, I mean, P, first person solving the problem is 1 by 2. Not solving the problem is 1 by 2 only, because complementary of 1 by 2 is 1 by 2 only. Q solving the problem is 1 by 3. Not solving is 2 by 3. And R solving the problem is 2 by 3, not solving is 1 by 3. And yes solving the problem is 1 by 5, not solving is 4 by 5. Why am I multiplying? Because they are all independent events. Solving is 1 by 6, not solving is 5 by 6. All that you need to basically do is multiply these things. 1 divided by 2 into 2 divided by 3 into 1 divided by 3 into 4 divided by 5 into 5 divided by 6. Make it negative by pressing plus or minus, then add 1 plus 1. That gives me 0.9259. The nearest answer is 0.93. Have you all understood? Moving on to the next question, question number 61. It's a Laddu question. In a leap year, what is the probability that there will be 53 Sundays? For leap year, one particular day occurring 53 times is definitely two cases are there. Sunday, Monday has got a Sunday, Saturday, Sunday also has got a Sunday. So two favorable outcomes out of what? 7. So 2 by 7 is the answer. The seven outcomes are what? Seven possible outcomes are Sunday, Monday, Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday, Friday, Friday, Saturday. That is Saturday, Sunday. So seven out possibilities and two favorable outcomes. So 2 by 7 is the answer. Oh, Poisson probability distribution is appropriately applied in. Look at this number of deaths by rare disease, where the probability of death is very, very less when you take a number of people suffering from it. So obviously, it is option D. Rare disease itself means in a large population, number of people getting affected is very, very less. So probability of success is very, very less. Whenever the probability of success is very, very less, there we use what? Poisson distribution. Moving on, in a class, there are 15 boys and 10 girls. Three students are selected at random. So n of s is 25 total students, we have to select 3. The probability that one girl and two boys are selected. One girl from 10 girls is 10C1 and means multiplication. Two boys from 15 boys is 15C2. Right. So 10C1 is 10, 15C2. 15 into 14 divided by 2 into 10 because 10C1 is 10. So that gives me 1050. This is n of a. N of s is 25 into 24 into 23 because three terms have to multiply, divided by 3 factorial is 6. That fetches me 2300. So 1050 n of a divided by 2300 n of s, that fetches me 0.4565. That's what is P of A. Which option gives me that? 21 by 46, 0.4565. Therefore, option A is the right answer. Moving on to the next question, 64. What is the probability of making three correct guesses in five true-false type questions? True-false type questions, there are only two outcomes. Can be true or it can be false. So binomial distribution we have to use. So P of x equal to 3 is what I have to find. So it is NCX, P power x, Q power n minus x. So how many questions are there? 5. So 5C, x is equal to 3. P value of what is the probability that it can be true? 1 by 2. 1 by 2 power 3. What's the probability that it can be false? 1 by 2 because only two outcomes. If it is true, it cannot be false. If it is false, it cannot be true. So obviously 1 by 2 is the probability, right? So the power is 2 because 5 minus 3 is 2. So don't you think it is 5C3 same as 5C2 and 1 by 2 power 3 and 1 by 2 power 2? If I add the powers, it becomes 1 by 2 power 5. So take your calculator, type 1 divided by 2, press into, for power 5 equal to 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4 into 5C2 is 5 into 4 divided by 2. So that fetches me 0.3125. Option A is the right answer. You understood? Moving on to the next question, 5% of the families, as if whenever the question is lengthy, please don't read the entire question, read the last part of it. This will tell you that it is Poisson distribution you have to use because this resembles e power minus m, where m is equal to what? 5. Right? When comparing with e power minus m, m value is 5. Guys, what is it we need to find out of 100 families? What's the probability of selecting 10 families? That means P of x equal to 10 is what we are asked to find. So e power minus m power x by x factorial. Guys, e power minus m means e power minus 5, 5 power 10 divided by 10 factorial because x is equal to 10. Can I write 10 factorial as 10 into 9 into 8 factorial? I definitely do this. So speed the numerator first. In that numerator, 5 power 10, you find out. Type 5, press into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times you have to press equal. Type 5, press into 9 times equal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then multiply that with e power minus 5. What is e power minus 5? 0.00671. Now divide. Divided by what first? 10. Again divide by 9. Again divide, what is this? 8 factorial. What is 8 factorial? 40,320. That fetches me how much? 0.018. So which option is correct? Option C is the right answer. As moving on to the next question, the coefficient of correlation between x and y is 0.8. If we add 10 in the x variable and subtract 20 from y variable, then the new correlation coefficient will be. Guys, it's basically shift of origin. By shift of origin and change of scale, the magnitude of R is definitely not going to change. Yes or no? So only the sign may or may not change. What is the Rxy value? Rxy is equal to 0.8. So R UV also is going to remain 0.8 only. So option D is the right answer. No changes in terms of magnitude. When both the regression coefficients are bxy is equal to 0.7, byx equal to 0.8 respectively, then the correlation coefficient between x and y is basically what? Root of bxy into byx. Just multiply them. 0.7 0.7 into 0.8, press equal, press the root. That fetches me 0.748. The nearest is 0.75. Is 68th question. The points of inflection are given. The first point of inflection is mu minus sigma, which is 6. The second point of inflection is mu plus sigma, which is 14. So we need to find the standard deviation. Since you need to find the standard deviation, cancel off mu. How do you cancel off mu? By changing the signs. So minus sigma is minus 2 sigma. 6 minus 14 is minus 8. Minus minus cancel. 8 by 2 is 4. So sigma is the standard deviation, which is nothing but 4. Moving on to the next question, R is 0.7. The coefficient of non-determination is asked. What is coefficient of non-determination? 1 minus R square. R value is 0.7. Press equal for the squaring it, and then make it negative by pressing plus or minus, add 1 to it. So the result is 0.51. Option B is the right answer. Have you all understood? As moving on to the next question, given x is equal to 2y plus 4 and y is equal to kx plus 6 are the two lines of regression on x on y and y on x respectively. That means they have only given this is what is x on y, this is what is y on x, right? Now they are also given with correlation coefficient R. Guys, what is R? Root of bxy into byx. R is positive, definitely bxy and byx are also positive. Guys, for bxy, coefficient of y by coefficient of x we have to do. That means 2 by 1. For byx, in the y on x equation, coefficient of x by coefficient of y we have to do. That means k by 1 is equal to what is our 0.5. Now, since we need to find the value of k, so we have to square on both the side. 0.5 the whole square is 0.25 is equal to 2k. So send that to the other side. 0.25 divided by 2, that fetches me 0.125. So k is equal to 0.125. That means option A, 1 by 8. You understood? Guys, this is what is x on y. They have only given off. This is what is y on x. From x on y, what we can find out is bxy. But bxy, if you want to find out, it is coefficient of y by coefficient of x. Therefore, it is 2 by 1. From y on x, you can find byx. It is coefficient of x by coefficient of y. Therefore, it is k by 1. Have you understood? Moving on to the next question. This is P1, Q1 actually. N means 1. So this is P naught, Q naught. This is P1, Q naught. All right. So we need to find out Fisher's index. They have given Pasch's index. So since you are asked to find Fisher's, it is root of L into P. Find out L, which is summation P1 Q naught by summation P naught Q naught into 100. So P1 Q naught is 145 divided by P naught Q naught is 150 into 100. That fetches me 96.666. Yes or no? Check once again. P1 Q naught is 145 divided by P naught Q naught is 150 into 100. That gives me 96.66. I got the value of L. Pasch's directly they have given. So multiply the same value with 150 plus equal plus the root. That fetches me how much? 120.41. So the nearest answer is 120.62. 72nd question. From the following data, find out an index number for 2022 taking 2021 as the base year using simple aggregative method. Simple aggregative method, it's a price index only we should use. Summation P1 by summation P naught into 100. So P naught is this, P1 is this. So find out first of all summation P naught. That means all base year prices we have to add 80 plus 220 plus 300. Store it by pressing M plus. Now for P1, 120 plus 200 plus 400 divided by, where is the denominator value? In the memory. By pressing MRC, you can recall, into 100 you get the result 120. Option B is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. For 9 college students group, the sum of the squares of the difference in ranks for history and Hindi marks are found to be 62. That is sigma d square. Summation d square is 62. What is the value of rank correlation? Let's do question. R is equal to 1 minus 6 into summation d square divided by n cube minus n. Here n value is 9. So n cube minus n, you have to do type n first, that is 9, press into for cube equal to twice minus 9 because n is equal to 9. Now what do you do? Take it up. How do you take it up? Divide equal, multiply 6 into summation d square is 62. How do you make this sign negative? By pressing plus or minus, then add 1 plus 1. So that fetches me how much? 0.4833. So R is equal to 0.4833. Option B is the right answer. Next question, the prices of a commodity in the year 2015 and 2020 are 50 and 60. A price relative of 2015 on 2020. So 2015 should be in the numerator, 2020 on the in the denominator. 2015 price is 50, 2020 price is 60 into 100 because we need index number, that means it should be a percentage. So 50 by 60 into 100, that fetches me how much? 83.33. That means option C. Chain index number is equal to what? Chain index number means link relative of the current year into CIN. That means chain index number of the previous year divided by 100. Link relative of current year into chain index of the previous year divided by 100. That means option C is the right answer. Guys, moving on to the next question, 76. From the following chain-based index number based on 2015, find out the new chain index number for the year to 2022 by shifting the base year to 2019. 2022 to 2019 we have to shift. So when you want to find the shifting of the index number, original index number is what? 150. Index number of the year to which it has to be shifted is 120 into 100. This is what you have to do. You are shifting 2022 to 2019. So original price index is 150, that should be the numerator. Index number of the year to which it has to be shifted is 120 into 100. So 150 divided by 120 into 100, that fetches me 125. Option A is the right answer. Have you understood? Guys, 77th question. The sum of the three numbers is 98. All right. The ratio of first and second number is 2 is to 3. Ratio of first and second number is 2 is to 3. So, and second and third number is 5 is to 8. Find the second number. Guys, second number is equivalent to, see, this is ratio of first and second numbers, 2 is to 3. So, second number is equivalent to 3 parts, correct? 3 parts, if I, that's what 3 parts is what they're asking us to find. Second number is only they're asking us to find. 3 parts, if it is equal to 20, definitely it's what? A decimal value. One part is 20 by 3, which is 6.66. Avoid the decimal values. So option A, I'm avoiding it. 3 parts, can it be 30? Yes. If 3 parts is 30, one part is 10. So 2 parts is 20. First part is 20. Second number is 30. And obviously the last number should be how much? 48. How come 48? Tell me, because the sum of the three numbers should be 98. I got the ratio of first and second number, which is 2 is to 3. I'm hitting the option B. For the second number, it is 30. If the second number is 30, first number has to be 20. If first number 20, second number is 30, the next number should be 48 because the sum should be 98. Now, we have to take the ratio of second and third numbers. It should be 5 by 8. So, 30 by 48, 6 5s are 6 8s are. So, it is 5 by 8 only. Therefore, option B itself is the right answer. Guys, this is one of the question I have discussed in the regular class, even in the marathon. So, I have given you a shortcut for such questions. If log of A plus B by K is equal to 1 by 2 times log A plus log B, log A plus log B, then always A by B plus B by A should be equal to k square minus 2. What is k value over here? In place of k, we have 4. 4 square is 16 minus 2 is 14. The answer is option B. Guys, moving on to the next question. Even this variety we have discussed in the regular class, and also we have discussed this in the marathon, this variety, right? So how to solve such questions? Always take the base which is the greatest among the given bases. So 20 is the greatest base. Equate that to k, and the power of k should be exact reciprocal of the power of 20. Power of 20 is z, so k power will go as 1 by z. Have you understood? Now try expressing this 20 in terms of other two bases. It is 4 into 5, correct? Now 4, if I want to express in terms, it's 4 into 5, okay? If I want to write 4 in terms of k, what is the original power of 4? X. So k power will be exact reciprocal. Likewise, 5 power is y, so k power will be 1 by y. I'm writing everything in terms of k, right? So this is k power 1 by x plus 1 by y is equal to k power 1 by z. The bases are same now. Now I have to equate the powers. That means 1 by x plus 1 by y is equal to 1 by z. Take the LCM, that is x into y, x plus y in the numerator, and that is equal to 1 by z. Ultimately, I need to find z. So take the reciprocal. So it is xy divided by x plus y. Question number 80. 58 is divided among 150 children such that each girl uh, gets such that each girl and each boy gets 25 paise and 50 paise respectively. That means girl child gets 25 paise, boy child gets 50 paise respectively. Then how many girls are there? Guys, by option hitting we can do it. Total amount is 58 rupees we should be getting. Total children are 150. So they're asking number of girls. Where are number of girls? In the options. Suppose if I hit 52 as the number of girls, how many boys will be there? 150 minus 52. 98 boys will be there. 52 girls and 98 boys. Now, total amount we have to cross check whether it is 58 or not. 52 girls, 52 into each girl gets 0.25 rupees. 25 paise means 0.25 rupees m plus. Then, how many boys are there? 98 into each boy gets 50 paise, that means 0.5 m plus mrc. It becomes 62. It is not 58. So it's not option A. Let me hit it option C. Guys, if I hit option C, 68 girls are there, means how many boys? 82 boys will be there. 150 minus 68 you do, you get 82 boys. So again do it and cross check whether you're getting 58 rupees or not. 68 girls, each girl gets 0.25 rupees m plus, and 82 boys into each boy gets 50 paise, that means 0.5 rupees m plus, then MRC, that gives me total amount of 58 rupees only. So what did I do? 68 into 0.25 plus 82 into zero point 0.5. These two I have done using the memory. MRC, that gives me 58 only. Therefore, option C is the right answer. Have you all understood? Guys, the next question. A startup business was initiated by entrepreneur by investing 1,40,000. His friend joined him after 6 months. He invested 2,10,000, but they have not invested for the same duration of time because first person invested 6 months more than the second person. Thereafter, angel investor joined them with 2,80,000 after 6 months. So first person joined after how many months? First person joined the beginning, second person joined after 6 months, and the third person joined after 6 months. What would be the ratio of distribution of the total earnings 3 years since the beginning of the business? You know, first person will be there in the business for all the 3 years. Yes or no? He'll be there in the business for all the 3 years. So 1,40,000 into 3 years. Okay, I'm trying to write the ratio of their investment. I cannot take 1,40,000 is to 2,10,000 is to 2,80,000 because their investment duration is not the same. So we have to consider the principal and the time for which they have invested. So second person, 2,10,000 he has invested, and he will be there in the investment scheme for how many years? 6 months later he joined. That means he'll be there for the investment for 2.5 years. And then last person, he invested 2,80,000, and he'll be there for how many years? 2 years. He joined 1 year later, right? Later, the first person joined, right? 1 year after the first person is joined, right? So now what you do, 1 lakh 40, or you can do one thing, four zeros, four zeros, four zeros, we can cancel. Seven twos are, seven threes are, seven fours are. So it is four threes are 12, and 3 into 2.5 is 7.5, and four twos are 8. Is it so two threes are six, my bad. Two threes are six. Is it a proper ratio? No. So make 7.5 as a whole number by multiplying with 2. So six twos are 12, 7.5 into 2 is 15, 8 twos are 16. So 12 is to 15 is to 16 is the ratio of the investment. Even the sharing also is the same ratio as that of investment ratio. So 12 is to 15 is to 16 is the right answer, option B. As you can't just take 1 lakh 40 is to 2 lakh 10 is to 2 lakh 80, because their investment periods are not the same. Have you understood? 82nd question, the quadratic equation is given. What's the nature of the roots? So guys, if you want to find the nature of the roots, b square minus 4ac value we have to find out. B value is minus root 5, minus root 5 the whole square is 5. Minus 4 into a value is 2, c value is 1. So it's 5 minus 8 less than 0. It's a negative value. Minus 3 is less than 0, negative value. If the value of b square minus 4ac is negative, there is no real roots. Roots are imaginary. B square minus 4ac, if it is negative, roots are imaginary. That means no real roots. Have you understood? For the equation, the product of first two roots is 12, and which of the following is correct set of roots for the equation? Guys, first of all, sum of the roots is what? Minus b by a, that is 6 only. Product of the roots is minus d by a, so that is minus 12. So sum should be 6 and the product should be minus 12. And the product of two roots is 12. So tell me, sum should be what? 6. So 1 minus 3 is minus 2, minus 2 minus 4 is minus 6, so it doesn't satisfy. So how about option C? 3 plus 4 is 7, 7 minus 1 is 6, so sum is satisfied. Even the product also gets satisfied, right? And sum of the when product of the two roots is definitely what? 12, right? Product of the last two roots I can take. Which of the following is of the I mean which of the following is the correct set of roots? So obviously it is option C. As the next question, question number 8, it's on the inequalities. Which of the following is the correct solution? Guys, draw one inequality at a time. 6x plus y equal to 8 you consider first. 6x plus y equal to 18, sorry. So draw this line. So let me use red ink for this. 6x plus y equal to 18. Put x equal to 0. Find the value of y. Y is equal to what? 18. So 0 comma 18 is the y-intercept. Now put y equal to 0, 6x equal to 18, x is equal to 3. So 3 comma 0 is the x-intercept for this line. So just join these 2 points. This represents 6x plus y equal to 18 line. Have you understood? Now the second line, that is x plus 4y is equal to 12 line I should consider. X plus 4y is equal to 12. All right. Now put x equal to 0, y equal to what? 3. So 3 comma 0 is 3 comma 0. 3 comma 0 is the y-intercept. And what is x-intercept? Put y equal to 0, x is equal to 12. So 12 comma 0 will be the x-intercept. So now join these 2 points, I get the second line. The second line I have marked in blue. The last line, let me mark it in red. Okay, so 2x plus y equal to 10 I have to consider. Put y equal to 0, x equal to what? 5. So 5 comma 0 is the what? X-intercept, and y-intercept is put x equal to 0, y becomes what? 10. So 0 comma 10 is the y-intercept. Join these 2 points. Guys, if you look at all the inequalities have got greater, and y is positive in all the inequalities. Greater and y positive means it should be above. It should be above all the lines. Above all the. This is what is the common region. Now this common region enclose what points? 0 comma 18 is there. 12 comma 0 definitely there, and these 2 points which I am highlighting. Is it required that we have to find those 2 points? It's not necessary. Just look for the option where 0 comma 18 and 12 comma 0 are present. 0 comma 18 and 12 comma 0 are present in option A, even in option D. But option A and option D, what is the difference? 0 comma 18 and 12 comma 0 are present in option A and also option D. Now, why it cannot be 0 comma 7? 0 comma 7 is on the y-axis. 0 comma 7 is on the y-axis. That means it comes somewhere here, correct? So this is definitely not a point on the common region. So it cannot be option D. It has to be option A. You understood? Has to be option A only. Moving on to the next question. Guys, the longest side, similar question we have solved yesterday. Longest side is 2 times the shortest side. I'll take the longest side as A and shortest side as B. So A is equal to 2B. And the third side is 4 centimeters shorter than the long side. So third side C is A minus 4. A is the longer side. So the third side is 4 centimeters shorter than the longest side. That means A minus 4 it is. So if the perimeter of a triangle is at least 61, that means A plus B plus C is greater than or equal to 61. The minimum length of the shortest side. So what is the shortest side actually? Shortest side here is B. So we have to express everything in terms of B only. So A value is 2B. What is B value? B will remain B only. What is C value? C is A minus 4, but A is 2B, so it's 2B minus 4, greater than or equal to 61. Now 2B plus B is 3B, 3B plus 2B is 5B, 5B greater than or equal to 65 because 61 plus 4 is 65. So 65 divided by 5 gives me what? 13. So that means B should be greater than or equal to 13. The shortest side should be at least 13 centimeter. That means option D is the right answer. Have you understood? Moving on to the next question. Question number 86. Puru gets on the elevator at the 11th floor. At the 11th floor, Puru gets on the elevator. Okay. Rides up. He is actually going up. All right. This is Puru. And how about the other person? I mean, what is the speed? 57 floors per minute. This is the speed of Puru's uh, elevator. All right. At the same time, Ishu gets on the elevator at the 51st floor. He gets on the elevator somewhere here. It is 51st floor. All right. And he is actually going down or up? Rides down. So why it is downwards? He rides down. At what rate? 63 floors per minute. All right, 53 floors per minute. Now, question is, if they continue traveling, one is going up, one is coming down, at which floor will the path cross each other? So one is going up, one is coming down. So at some point, both will be at the same floor, right? So what is that particular floor we need to find? Don't you think at the same time only they will cross the paths? So that means time is same. That means time is same. Let's say it takes x minutes to cross the path. All right. So now tell me how many floors uh, Puru will go. Which floor Puru will be in X minutes. So he's starting in the 11th floor. He's going up, so I have to take plus. He's going up, so I have to take plus. And what is the speed of Puru's elevator? It is 57 floors per minute. So how many minutes it is taking? X minutes. So 57 into X. So this is the number of floors Puru covers. Total number of floors, right? And then, I mean, including that 11. What about the other person, Issue? So issue is coming down. So it is 51, sorry, it is 51 because he's getting in the floor in on 51st floor, right? 51. So I have to do minus because he's coming down. So what's the speed of issues elevator? It is 63 floors per minute. How many minutes I have taken? X. So these two should be same, the floor number. All right, this is what is the floor number. LHS equal to RHS. Now first of all I have to find out the value of X. How do I do it? minus 63 becomes plus 63. So 57 plus 63 gives me what? 120. So 120x equal to 51 minus 11 is 40. So x is equal to 40 by 120, which is 1 by 3. Now, so the question is not the time taken, it is the which floor the paths will cross over. That's what they're asking. So which floor means either this you find or the right hand side you find, you'll get the same answer. That means 11 plus 57 into x. So first of all, 57 into what is x? 1 divided by 3 uh, plus 11, that gives me 30. Even if you do 51 minus 63 into x, that also gives you 30. Therefore, 30th floor, their paths will cross. Have you understood? Question number 87, there is 60% increase in the amount in 6 years at simple interest. That means total SI increase is because of SI only. Total SI is 60%. In how many years? 6 years. That means SI per annum, R will be total SI 60 divided by 6, which is nothing but 10, 10% per annum. 60% for 6 years as per SI. Obviously, 1 year it is 10% only because there are 6 years. What will be the compound interest of 12,000 after 3 years? Compound interest on actually it is. So CI is equal to P into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1. So I should be taken as what? Whatever the rate of interest we have obtained. Take your calculator, 1 plus 10% press into, for 3 years they have said, so equal to twice, minus 1 into the principal is how much? 12,000. That fetches me how much? 3972. Option C is the right answer. Is this clear, everybody? Moving on to the next question, question number 88, the effective annual rate of interest corresponding to a nominal rate. So ERI we need to find, it's nothing but 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 into 100. This is what is ERI. So nominal rate is 6%. So half yearly it becomes half of that, which is 3%. And n will become 2 into number of years. Number of years, if not specified, it is to be taken as 1 only. So n will be 2. So take your calculator, 1 plus 3%. Press equal to only once because n is equal to 2 minus 1 into 100. That fetches me how much? 6.09. Have you understood? It is 6.09. Option D is the right answer. Moving on to 89th question. The compound interest on a certain sum for 2 years at 10% per annum is 525. That means CI is P into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 is equal to how much? 525. We need to find the SI on the same sum for double the time. That means here the time is 2 years. Here the time will be 4 years. Time should be 4 years because double the time they have given at half the rate. So whatever the rate they have given, here the rate is 5%, right? So SI we need to find out PTR percent. Now, so first of all, find out P. I can find out P since I know total CI. So first of all, find out whatever within the bracket, send it to the other side, divide equal and multiply with 525. That will fetch you the value of P. Now, first of all, 1 plus what is I? 10%. Press into press equal minus 1 divide equal to send it the other side into 525. That gives me 2499.99. That means principal is 2500. Principal is 2500. Now take your calculator. P is 2500 into time is double the time, double of 2 is 4 into rate of interest is half of 10%. That means 5 plus a percentage. That fetches me how much? 500 rupees. So option B is the right answer. Moving on to the next question, find the future value of the investment of rupees 7,000 compounded quarterly. So investment is 7,000. Is it annual investment? No, it's one time investment that is to be taken as P. So compounded quarterly at 10% per annum. 10% becomes 2.5%. That means they have given off 1 plus I whole power n already. 1 plus I whole power n value is given off. So we need to find A, which is nothing but P into 1 plus I whole power n. 1 plus I whole power n is 1.34489 into P value is how much? 7,000. That fetches me how much? 9,414.23. The nearest answer is option A. 91st question. A sum of 725 is lent in the beginning of the year at certain rate of interest. After 8 months, a sum of 362.5 more is lent, but at the rate twice the former. At the end of the year, 33.2 is earned as the interest. So there are two interests over here, SI1 plus SI2, and the total interest obtained is 33.5. Now, guys, what you guys have to do is hit the options for R. Now, if I hit option A, R as 3.6%, first of all, what is the principal for SI1? 725 rupees. And what is the time for SI1? After what? How many years? They have said at the end of the year. That means time for the first SI is 1 year. But what about the time for the second SI? 1 year means 12 months. After 8 months he is joining, that means the number of years that he'll be there in the investment, it is only 4 months. So number of years will be 4 by 12 we have to do. Have you understood? Number of months will be 4 by, number of years will be 4 by 12 because only 4 months the second investment will be there in the investment, right? Second principal will be there in the investment. So first of all, SI1 is P1. P1 is 725 into T1 is 1 year into R1 is 3.6%. M plus U press to store it. Now for SI2, what's the principal for SI2? 362.50 into T2, only 4 months, that means 4 divided by 12 we have to do, into rate of interest is 3.6%. They have said something about the rate of interest, but the rate of interest is twice. So we have to multiply that with 2, M plus then MRC. That fetches me 34.8 actually, which is not 33.5. Option A doesn't satisfy. Let me hit now option C. Guys, 3.46% is what is option C. Now, SI1, P1 is 725 into T1 is 1 year and into R1 is 3.46%. How do I store? M plus. Now SI2, what is P2? 362.5 into time is 4 months, so 4 divided by 12 I should do, into rate of interest is 3.46%, but it is twice, so I have to multiply 2 into 2. Then how do I store it? M plus then MRC. This will fetch me 33.446, which is approximately 33.5 only. So option C is the nearest answer. Have you all understood? Guys, moving on to 92nd question. Shiv deposits 10,000 annually. That means 10,000 is the annuity in a bank for 5 years. So N is equal to 5. I is 10%. And what we need to find out is calculate the approximate value of the series of deposit at the end of 5 years. That means at the end of 5 years means future value. Deposit occurs at the beginning of the year. Each deposit occurs at the beginning of the year means obviously it is FV of annuity due. So what is FV of annuity due? A into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 divided by I into 1 plus I. Guys, this 1 plus I, before raising the power, you store it because you need it once again for the calculation. So 1 plus 10%, store it by pressing n plus, raise the power to n, press into equal to 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why 4 times? Power is 5. Then do minus 1. Do minus 1. Divided by I is 10, press a percentage, into 1 plus I into, where is 1 plus I in the memory? How do I recall? MRC. Press into, what is A? 10,000. That fetches me how much? 67,156.1. So option B is the right answer. Guys, 93rd question. If you deposit 4,000 in an account paying 6% annual interest compounded quarterly. Compounded quarterly means 6% becomes 1.5%. 6 by 4 is 1.5%. They have only done the conversion. So, how much approximate money will be in the account after 5 years? You are asked to find the amount. It is P into 1 plus I whole power n. 1 plus I whole power n is given off in the question only. Just multiply that with the principal 4,000. So, 1.34489 into 4,000 into 1.34489 into 4,000. That fetches me 5,379.56. So the nearest answer is 5,387.42. So option C is the right answer. Let's moving on to the next question. Relationship between annual nominal rate of interest and annual effective rate of interest If frequency of compounding is greater than 1, so definitely effective rate of interest is more than nominal rate. That means option B. Effective rate of interest is more than nominal rate for more compoundings. That means half yearly, quarterly, or monthly. If it is yearly, both are equal. Madhu invest 15,000 in a scheme. At the end, at the time of maturity, the amount became 25,000. This is P. This is A. CAGR, CAGR for this investment is 8.8%. So CAGR is given off. Calculate the appropriate number of years. So guys, CAGR you can use amount formula only. A is equal to P into 1 plus I whole power n. A and P both are given. So 25,000 divided by 15,000. 15,000, that gives me 1.6666. Now 1 plus I, 1 plus what is I? 8.88%. That gives me 1.0888 power n. Now where is n? N is among the options. So first hit the first option, 1.0888 1.0888 press into equal to how many times? 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that fetches me 1.6666 only. That means option A is the right answer. For CAGR, you can use amount formula only. The smaller thing is taken as P, the bigger thing is taken as A. Raju will pay installments of 3,150 per month. That means this is annuity for next 3 years. Next 3 years means 36 months. 3 into 12. Correct. So towards his loan at an interest of 12.4%. So they have only done the conversion for 12.4% per annum means for 1 month it is 1.033%. They have only done the conversion. So we need not do the thing. It is 1 plus I whole power n only. That's given off. So what is it we need to find? What was the approximate amount of loan taken? See, loan problem is always PV of AR. PV of what? AR. Formula is A by I into 1 minus 1 divided by 1 plus I whole power n. 1 plus I whole power n is given off. So plus, first of all, do this 1 divided by 1 plus I whole power n is 1.448. Make it negative. How do you do this? Plus or minus. Add 1 plus 1 into A. A is 3150 divided by I. Guys, be very careful here. I is this part, whatever comes after 1, that means 0.01033. That is what is I actually. Don't take it as 12.4%, that is per annum. So we have to take it per month. Press equal, that fetches me how much? 94,345.17. Option C is the right answer. Have you all understood? Next question. Dinesh received a cash bonus of 1 lakh, which he deposited in a bank which pays 10% interest compounded annually. How much approximate equal amount can Dinesh withdraw annually for the period of 10 years? That means the annuity we are asked to find. This is 1 plus I whole power n value. So we need to find A. What is 1 lakh? It's PV of annuity regular. So it's not the due one. If it had it been a due one, they would have mentioned what beginning of the year or beginning of the month. So it is annuity regular only. So 1 lakh is the present value. So PV of AR formula is what I should use. A by I into 1 minus 1 divided by 1 plus I whole power n. See, this 1 plus I whole power n value is given off, which is 1 divided by, what is 1 plus I whole power n? 2.59374. Make it negative by pressing what? Plus or minus, then add 1 to it, plus 1 into, I can't do into A, I just have to do divided by, I value is 10%, 10 press a percentage. Now send everything except A to the other side. How do I do it? Divide equal and then multiply with PV of AR, which is 1 lakh. So the result is 1 lakh, means 16,274.54. 16,274.54. The nearest answer is 16,273. Option A is the right answer. Find the approximate future value of the annuity due of 500 per quarter for 8 year and 9 months. 8 year and 9 months. It's 8 years and 9 months. So how many quarters are there? In 9 months, there are 3 quarters. and 8 years there are 8 into 4 32 quarters, so it is 35 quarters total. So they have only done the conversion 35 quarters. So we need to find the approximate future value of annuity due, FV of AD. So the formula is A into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 divided by I into 1 plus I. So what is 1 plus I whole power n given of 1.6839, 1.6839 minus 1 divided by I is 6% becomes, so they have only given here, you just take this decimal part, 0.015 into what is 1 plus I? 1.015 into A into 500. That fetches me, what is it? 23,138.61. 23,138.61. So definitely no options coincide. So nearest option is option D only. Suppose if I had used this annuity regular, so this value I just have to divide, this 1 plus I will not be there, just divide by 1.015. I think you will get 22,796 exact answer, but they have clearly said annuity due. Okay, so obviously annuity due formula only. So nearest answer only we must be taking. Nearest answer is 22,796 only is closer to 23,138. Look at 99th question. A project is expected to provide a cash inflow as follows for the 3 years. The company's cost capital or a required rate of return is 15%. What is the present value of cash inflows of the company? Guys, if you look at each inflow, they are not equal. If they had been equal, would have found out what PV of this what annuity regular formula we can use, and you can just find it out. But the thing over here is they are not the same. So you have to find the present value for the each inflow. See, for the first inflow, this is year one, 40,000. You get this at the end of first year. So what is the present value of this 40,000? 40,000 divided by 1 plus I power 1. Second payment, 50,000 divided by 1 plus I whole power 2. The third payment is 30,000 divided by 1 plus I whole power 3, right? So we need to find the present value. So see, what is the relationship between future value and present value? FV is equal to PV into 1 plus I whole power n, correct? So FPV will be FV divided by 1 plus I whole power n. Don't you think for the present, end of first year, you are getting 40,000, that's the future value, right? For today, whatever you get at the end of first year is the future value only. So at the end of first year means obviously the time duration is 1 year. The first payment, it is the 1 year. For the second payment, it is 2 years. So y the power is 2. For the last inflow, it is 3. So y the power is 3. So take your calculator, do the computation. So it's 40,000 divided by 1. So first of all, what is 1? Solve the denominator first. That's better actually. 1 plus 15% need not raise the power. Take it up. How do I take it up? Divide equal. Multiply with 40,000. Store it by pressing M plus. So store this by pressing what? M plus. Second payment, 1 plus I. 1 plus 15%. Raise the power to 2. That means press into, press equal to once. Now take it up. Divide equal into, what is it? 50,000. M plus again. Then 1 plus I, 1 plus 15%, press into equal to twice because the power is 3. Take it up, divide equal, and then multiply 30,000 M plus MRC. That gives me the value 92,315.27. That means option D is the right answer. The last question. How much approximate amount should have should you save annually to accumulate 20 lakhs by the end of 12 years? They have only given 1 plus I whole power n. This is 1 plus I whole power n value. So you need not have to bother. How much is required? You have to save every year, right? How much approximate amount should you save annually? That means every year. That means definitely it's an annuity. We need to find the value of A for this question. So whatever 20 lakhs, it's definitely the future value. By default, it is annuity regular. So FV of annuity regular, the formula is A into 1 plus I whole power n minus 1 divided by I. So take your calculator. 1 plus I whole power n value is given of 4.8179 minus 1 divided by I value is 14 plus a percentage. Then this has to be transposed to the other side. How do you do it? Divide equal into what is the FV of AR? 20 lakhs, sir. 2 followed by 6 zeros, sir. Done. Press equal. That will fetch you 73,338.74. This is what is the saving that you have to do annually. So that means that 73,339 is the nearest answer. Option C is the correct answer. Have you all understood? Is it clear? So with this, we are done with the targeted 200 questions for tomorrow's paper. Right, 200 today and 200 yesterday, so 400 questions we have done. Hope we have enough practice. If you want to solve more 200 questions more, there's one video, most important 200 questions, important 200 questions ka one video is there. So just watch in our YouTube channel. So you will have like 600 practice questions before exam, right? So any conceptual clarity is required, so please watch marathon videos of 23 hours. So just go to the particular concept that you want to learn, want to have a clarity, just click on that. It will take you to that particular timeline. So guys, just do marathon videos and these questions, that's more than sufficient for tomorrow's exams, right? Don't try to do much, right? So with that, I would like to conclude for today's session. So I wish you all the best for the exam, guys. Don't panic. Do not panic, guys. So be confident about whatever you have learned, right? Don't think about whatever you have not learned, right? Just have the clarity of whatever you have learned. Don't overthink on other things that you have not learned, right? So stay calm when you receive the paper. Stay calm, breathe for 1 minute, right? Take a deep breath. Now after that, what you do, as I already always keep saying, you don't start solving the question one onwards. ICI does the mind games, plays that mind game. So please have a glance at all 100 questions in first 3-4 minutes or maximum 5 minutes. That it is definitely that will definitely help you out, because you will know where are those easy 50-60 questions. So attempt those easy 50-60 question in the first 1 hour. That will boost up your confidence levels. And from there on, you can actually take the other moderate and the difficult questions. So I would suggest you to go with statistics questions first, because statistics questions out of 40, 20 will be around 20 will be the theory based questions you can easily answer. You can quickly answer those questions, right? Take those 40 statistics questions, and then mathematics of finance questions you can take. Since you have done a lot of practice on mathematics of finance, you should be able to solve the questions comfortably. Then whatever questions you want to solve thereafter, but make sure you solve those 50-60 questions in the first 1 hour. That is possible only when you mark those easier questions in first 3-4 or make maximum 5 minutes of time. All right. So with that note, I would like to conclude and I wish you all the best for the exam. Please keep me posted about your performance in the exam, right? You can just mention in this comment box after the exam how the examinations went, right? Right after the examination, I'll do the paper analysis, not to tomorrow itself. I'll do the paper analysis right after your economics exam. You'll have to wait till economics exam. On that same day, I'll be doing the paper analysis. You can have the clarity that how much are right, how much are wrong, right? You can know your marks. All right. So see you all, guys. Thanks for watching.